Here we are, keeping it G. It's the Champions League preview show. The draw before the draw. Yes, keeping it G. How are you feeling today? Champions League about to get underway. The draw is today, but we're coming in live to do a draw before the draw. For those of you that don't understand what we mean, should we just give them a little sneak peek before we run the intro? A little sneak peek, people, okay? Just a sneak peek of the draw before the draw. Look, we've set up a draw for you right there. So if you're on Instagram watching right now, get over to YouTube, watch this live draw before the draw. We're going to do it for the people, but it's time to run the Kloppzone intro. Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, all the way from north, south, east, west?
West. But I don't like the colour red. I like the colour blue, which is weird.
That is bad when you're a Liverpool fan, G. You can't be. I just said blue for me because it's blue background. I thought you might want red for Liverpool. But in the blue corner, all the way from West London, the man they call Mr. Negative, it's G. Keeping it G. Oh, no. Why am I making my own sound effects? It's G. Keeping it G. Woo!
Yeah, I like that.
You like that one? Okay, G. How are you feeling today? Everyone in the comments, let's big some people up before we get into it. Luke Chambers is here. He's ready. Football flashback. Hey, boys, can we get Rangers or Celtic, please? Maybe. We're going to tell you who we want in a little minute. We're going to do a draw before the draw. So we're going to do a live draw. It's not the real draw, but it's better than the real draw because it's the Kloppzone draw. It's the only draw you need. So don't you worry. What's up, boys? Says George. He's back with us, G. George in the building.
What up,
see if you can guess. Guess one person who's always here as well. I'll give you a clue. He's got the wolf icon. He's always here.
It's my brother from another mother, Latif.
Latif Aziz with the free flames. Latif Aziz. The intro gets me hyped every time. That's why I'm so hyped right now. So hyped. Hello, how are you boys doing? Says Ellis, back in the building again with Kloppzone. Ellis, we love you, bro. We love you. But this is the Champions League LFC show, the draw before the draw. We're going to do an official Kloppzone Champions League draw. Keep dropping your comments and opinions because we love to do this. For those of you wondering, James has to spoil the show all the time. 5 p.m. the draw, isn't it? Yes. The real draw is 5 p.m. But this is the Kloppzone draw. We've got the tables ready. We've got the teams ready to draw it. We've even got the balls. Not the cojones balls. We've got the Champions League balls to open, to put teams into groups, and just see who we get. It might be better than the real draw. It is better than the real draw because you got me and G. Isn't that right, G? Tell people what they're going to do before the draw begins.
So, we're going to have a little chitter-chatter. Talk about last season's Champions League mesmeric run. We're also going to have a little look at who myself and Ash would probably put as our dark horses, who we tip to win it, and then who we think might be the top goal scorer. Now, I don't know who Ash has chosen, so there might be a little surprise in there. I have no idea, but wait and see. Let's get ready to go.
So let's talk about first, before we begin, let's talk about
Definitely.
last season's Champions League, okay?
Go on.
Oh, it might hurt some people. It might bring memories. Do you know what I mean? But it was still some nice games in there. There was some nice games. To be honest, G, it was probably our most entertaining part of the season, some of the Champions League games last season. You think of the Benfica game where it was madness. You think of the Villarreal where we were like, oh my days, we're going to go out. And then we came back and turned it around. Porto getting absolutely destroyed by my boy, Curtis Jones. You know what
As
I'm
they
saying?
do.
Whoop, whoop. What was your highlight of last year's Champions League, G?
I would say beating the Milan clubs. That was quite big for me. And well, you know what? That and Atletico Madrid. I actually enjoyed the group stage more than the actual knockout stages, to be honest, because the knockout stages were just hectic. But to beat Atletico, we went 6 games unbeaten in that whole group
Yeah.
stage. 6 games, 6 wins.
A
Six
record
wins.
for an English team, record that is. Like
And,
6-6.
bro, we had Atletico Madrid, a team that we've had a bit of trouble with recently. Inter Milan, very good team. Not Inter Milan, sorry, AC Milan. And who was the last team? Was it Porto? Yeah, and Porto always a given, to be honest with you.
Everyone was saying group of death in it last season. Group of death, Liverpool.
You know what it is? I think they saw Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, and I think they looked at AC and thought they would be like the one that might upset the apple cart a bit. Obviously, Porto are never getting through, but like between those two, I think that's what they were probably thinking. But we're Liverpool, so we were Liverpool last season. That was the real Liverpool.
Gee, you're killing me already. Come on with such positive.
No, don't worry.
I told you, people in the red corner, Mr. Negative. G, keeping it G.
Let's keep it real, guys. I'm sorry, man.
We still love G. We still love G. But let's have a look what some people are saying. I want to know what people's highlights from last season were in the Champions League. So please put the comments in on the YouTube chat and we will pin them up. Dane, sorry, we don't need this right now, Dane. We don't need it. We don't want to hear any talk about transfers. No, we don't. Do you know what? I'd love to relive the atmosphere against Dortmund. Both sides singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." It is beautiful when you see things like that. That's beautiful. Best 2 wins were against Atletico Madrid. Yeah. It's always nice stuff in Atletico after what Simeone was like with us, though, innit? Like,
I don't like Atletico.
Is that one of the clubs, G, that you just can't stand? Do you think it's because of Simeone, though? Because I feel like I used to like Atletico Madrid.
I think, and you have to kind of give him credit for it. The kind of he's done a Jurgen Klopp, if I'm being totally honest with you, where he's built this kind of family at the club where everybody from the fans. You even see it from the fans as well. Like he gears them up in games. Like he will literally turn towards the crowd and gear everybody up. Like that, I find that kind of amazing from a manager to be able to do that, for such a big club as well. So I think the way he's brought that onto the fans and then the players adopt it. So it's like I just dislike them for that. But you're right. I used to like Sergio Aguero, Diego Forlan, Radamel Falcao. Like I used to love watching Atletico.
They've produced some ballers.
Torres, I forget.
So many ballers. They're like renowned for doing strikers, goalkeepers. Atletico are the team. They are the team. I hate Simeone, says George. George, I think a lot of people agree with you on that one. Marquez is back in the building with us. Klopp doesn't know how to combat Atletico's system. That's why. Do you know what? We did well, though. We kind of conquered that last season. So,
Yeah, it's true.
Jamie Phillips. Good afternoon, guys. Jamie, we need to get you on at one point because you shouldn't be in the comments. You should be on the show with us, Jamie. So we'll get you on the show. Don't you worry. So everyone that's joining in, we're going to go through this season's predictions, who we'd like in our group, who our winners, top goal scorers are going to be, and then we're going to do the live Kloppzone practice mock draw before the draw. G, this season, looking ahead, how do you feel about Liverpool's chances?
If I had to give it out of 10, 10 being I think we'd win it, 4.
Oh my, oh my goodness! Wait, G, did you just say
You heard what I said.
4 out of 10
4 out of 10.
as a
I think
possible?
there's a lot of good teams this season buying a lot of good players. I think it depends on what the draw is like. If we get a good draw, like Porto and someone else of that kind of ilk in there, then I think we can navigate our way through the group stages. Players start coming back, then we look a bit different after the World Cup. If not, and we get the draw that I think for some weird reason we will get, I don't think it will end well. I
want to know what everybody's saying. While I give you my prediction, everyone, I want you in the comments, let us know what you think Liverpool will do this season in the Champions League. Can we go all the way? Will we go all the way? Will we get knocked out in the group? I want to know. Be honest, because this is what we're all about. Honesty. Don't be liars in this building. So, G, I think we're going to win it. Nah, I'm only...
Hey, look, if you think we're going to win it.
You know what, though, right? I think we've got a better chance of the Champions League than we do of the Premier League, because Premier League relies on consistency week in, week out. You're competing against the likes of Man City, who are relentless, and on a ratio basis, they're winning the majority in a percentage it's just madness what they are winning in the Premier League. So you've got to be on it every single week. Now, Champions League, we could literally just have a sleep for the first 3 games, win the last 3 games, and get through the group. We could sleep on all our away legs and come home Anfield under the lights and smash teams. Very true. Technically speaking, we could lose 50% of our Champions League games, but still win the Champions League. Whereas Premier League, if we lost 50% of our games,
we'd be relegation potentially.
So I actually think we've got a better chance of the Champions League. We're known to go on good Champions League runs. Mm-hmm. I still think European teams play against us the way we like to be played against. They come out to try and get a result against us because it's knockout basis, really. Like, you've got to get results in the Champions League. Whereas in the league, a point against Liverpool is good. In a cup competition, what's the point? Like, a point's no good, or a draw in a knockout stage, that's no good. So it's perfect because everyone comes to play against us. So I think players coming back, players getting fit. The only problem is the demand. Saturdays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Sundays, maybe even Monday night football. Like,
I was going to ask you then.
Bad, innit? Go on.
No, I totally agree. Everything you said, to be fair, it's actually, you're actually right, to be fair, because we could lose 50% and still go through. I was going to ask you, obviously, something that they introduced, I think it was beginning of last season, no away goals. What do you think about that?
I hate it.
You don't like it?
I don't know if it's because I've grown up with away goals.
Fair enough.
And it's like, I used to live for that. I used to hate it, though, G. I'm not going to lie. I used to hate it because I'd be like, oh, how can they be 1-1 and they're going to go through and beat? But that's the whole feel of that's the Champions League for me. The Champions League is away goals. Like, think of all the things that we've done. Like, we wouldn't have got as far as we did. Istanbul wouldn't be Istanbul without away goals. Do you know what I mean? Like,
let me ask you then, and this is for everybody listening as well. If there is one thing, like rule or, like, for example, golden goal or something like that, what would it be to bring back? Would you bring back golden goal, to be fair? Extra time? I kind of do that. I like that. The next goal wins, because I used to think that it got a bit exciting because, you had to, you had to score to obviously to win the game, and you knew if you did score, you won. But at the same time, you're pissed if you lose. So if you concede.
That's a great... What would you bring back then? While I look through some of these comments, what would you bring back?
I'd bring back the golden goal, bro. Honestly, I'd bring back the golden goal, man. I think it adds a little bit... it adds a little bit more... Yes, I think it'll make the game a lot more tense, but I'm hoping that then means the game becomes a bit more open, exciting, a bit more end-to-end like basketball. Because everyone's thinking, look, next goal wins. It's a bit like, the year 10s versus year 11.
Yeah, yeah.
Just before the whistle and the bell's about to ring, next goal wins, guys. Even though you're losing 10-1, next goal wins. You're like, what? How does that work? But,
Yeah. I love golden goal. Like, this is what I mean. That's what World Cups should be golden goals.
Yeah,
Like, that's what
definitely.
it's all about. Like, when I look back at, I think it was South Africa World Cup, was it? The golden goal, was it South Africa, or it might have been Korea?
Korea. I want to say Korea.
That World Cup ball, that World Cup for golden goals, that, like, it's nostalgic, but some people don't understand because some people were born after that. I bet a lot of people in the comments were born after the golden goal was scrapped. Do you know what I mean? And it's madness thinking about it because I used to love that. Let's get to some comments then. Roshan Budani is saying, I reckon without our midfielders, we might barely get top 4, sort of similar to the 2020. This is what it is. 2021 is haunting us this season. That's what it looks like.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't even want to talk about Liverpool and midfield today.
No, I really don't.
I don't even care anymore. Let Liverpool do whatever it is they want to do.
I don't want to talk about 7th season curses either, but you raise a good point.
I mean, I know it's a good question. I mean, yes, I agree with this, but you know what, guys? Let's wait until the transfer window is actually done. Then we can, so let's wait until the Bournemouth game, actually. Let's see how that goes, because I think that game, just quickly, I'll go on that. Just that game will be very telling moving forward, because a lot of things are going to need to happen from Klopp. Then, depending on the result, a lot of things are going to need to happen thereafter. So, wait until that Bournemouth game. Then we can really, really, really sink our teeth into Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. Don't you worry, guys. You know I'm ready. I'm ready.
We ready, what? We ready. Mm-hmm. Do you know what's crazy when people say, hopefully, like Paul Donnelly's saying, hopefully we steal City's group this season. City always get an easy group, but Liverpool don't need it. We don't need an easy group. We proved last season we can get through. Europe's not a problem, I don't think, for Liverpool. I feel like we navigate it well. Klopp's only ever lost one knockout like European Cup game, which is two-legged tie. That's madness. That's madness. It is a good record, isn't it? I think Bayern will be favourite, says Latif. Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to get into that. Who we think are going to win, who we think maybe might get in our group. We're going to look at that as well. Ellis, do you think... Stop asking me about the 7-season curse, bro. I don't need no 7-season curse. France beat Paraguay with golden goal.
Yeah,
they did.
I just expected now 2004 when it ended. I don't think it was that far, like that long.
Yeah,
2004. Remember David Trezeguet? For those of you who remember watching David Trezeguet scoring the winner, boy, that was sweet.
Trezeguet.
I remember even watching the game, and I was so I really wanted France to win because they had all my favorite players were playing for France at the time, and I was like, yo, Trezeguet was such a baller. Oh, we have to do a nostalgia show one day.
We have to. Would everyone like that as well? A little throwback show? Because I know we've got some young listeners, but would you like to hear about not the good old days, because your good old days are now probably, but would you like to hear about when us old timers used to watch football back in the day? We should even get some old timers, the real OGs in the building. They can tell us about Kenny and
the ones who actually saw Kenny on TV live.
That is it. Right, so let's move it forward then, because what we want to do, we want to talk about this season's Champions League. Last season, we don't want to remember. Let's move forward. Let's get our hands on old big ears yet again. So let's look at the pots for this season's draw, the teams that have made the Champions League. So here we go. So this season's teams, let me just take the banner off for a second so we can see at the bottom. We've got pot 1. We've got 4 pots like we always have because there's 4 people in the groups, 1 team from each pot. We've got Real Madrid, Frankfurt, Man City, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, Porto, and Ajax. That's pot 1. Liverpool will face one of those teams, but could face any of those teams.
Bar Manchester
Apart from
City,
Man
guys,
City,
we
apart,
know.
apart from Manchester City, we can't face them. Then we've got pot number 2. Go on, G, I'll let you do pot 2.
So in pot 2, guys, we've got Borussia Dortmund, RB Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan, Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, Bayern Leverkusen, and former club of one of our players, Benfica.
That was pot 3, G, but it doesn't matter. You
Oh,
read
sorry.
pot 3.
My apologies, guys. My apologies. That was pot 3, guys. That was pot 3.
Guys, there's always one. That was pot 3, though. We could face any of those teams. I might as well do pot 4, the other teams we can face. So
Yes,
pot
sir.
4 is Celtic. These are the minnows. These are the minnows in pot 4. The teams that you like to turn
No
over in the
disrespect.
Champions
No
League.
disrespect.
No disrespect, but full disrespect. Celtic, Club Brugge, Dinamo Zagreb, FC Copenhagen, Rangers, Victoria Plzen, Maccabi Haifa, and Marseille. Liverpool are in pot 2. So the remaining teams are Liverpool, Chelsea, Barca, Juve, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, RB Leipzig, and Tottenham. Tottenham Spurs. Tottenham Hotspur. Gee, you're good at the northern accent, by the way. I think you
think so?
Not bad. So, G, out of these teams, I'll get us back up for a little second. Out of those teams,
Go on.
who would you like to face? Who would be the easiest to face, actually? I'm not saying who you would like to face because you've chosen your 3, and we'll get to that in a second. Everyone in the comments, let us know who you'd like to face. But let me just pull them up again so you can see. Who do you think the easiest in each group to face would be? When you look at pot 1, who should we should be turning everyone over, but who's like light work in that group, would you say?
Frankfurt
are underdogs for me. They're a nice little team.
I don't really think. If not them, then I would say Porto.
Yeah,
Porto.
Porto, maybe Ajax, no Ten Hag.
It's between Frankfurt, Porto, and Ajax. I would say one of those 3. If we had any of those 3, like, I'd be more than happy. Like, that would be an easy game, to be honest with you. I think that should be 6 points.
What do you think from pot 2?
Flipping out. Bloody hell. I'm going to go RB Leipzig because I don't think we would beat Sevilla in both games. I feel like they'd get a point somewhere. They're one of their European team. Like, they are pedigreed in European competition. Well, Europa League anyway.
Is the way the draw set up now, we can't face a team from pot 2? Can we face a team from our own pot?
No, because remember, we are the team from that pot.
Because I remember when we watched it. What did we watch live last season? It was the World Cup draw. The World Cup draw we watched live, remember? We went on a live Instagram. And they did it a madness. It was like teams from the same pot were going in the same group. They had to
do it with the World Cup. You got to remember, because you've got only a certain amount of teams from different continents. Some continents only had a certain amount of, like, a certain number of teams. So you had to pick almost double from that one to then make up the numbers and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, I think that was one of the reasons why they had to start picking from their own, like, the little ball thingy-majiggy, the same pot.
The little ball thingy-majiggy. I like that. I like that analysis that you just gave us there, G. What is the technical term for it, though? What is the actual name for the ball draw?
Thingy-majiggy?
Yeah, that's what it is. Ball thingy-majiggy. We'll have that.
I'm calling it the ball thingy-majiggy. That's what we mean.
Pot 3, Dortmund, Inter, Napoli, Leverkusen, Benfica.
Sporting.
Do you think Napoli for us is always the team to avoid? We struggle against Napoli on occasions.
Yeah, well, in recent seasons, yeah, it seems like it. I'm looking more at Sporting Lisbon. I don't really feel that I think we'd turn them over. I saw Man City absolutely destroy them last season. So, yeah, Shakhtar are a good team. On their day, Shakhtar could turn you over. So I think I'll probably go Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah. Paul Donnelly saying Real Madrid, Inter, Barca, and Celtic would be a mad group. Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see a big group. There's always a group of death. So I'd be interested. We'll see later in this show if we draw a group of death. Because remember, we're doing a Kloppzone mock-up draw before the draw. Just like it says down here, that's what's to come up on the show. Rangers for underdogs.
No. No way. They would
You're
never.
not feeling Rangers for underdogs. Do you know what though? Under I forgot his name. Van Bronk, is it not Van Bronckhorst, is it?
Yeah,
Van Bronckhorst. Under Van Bronckhorst,
Giovanni.
they've been a good team. They've been solid. He's got them on. He got them on to the final last year in the Europa League. So you never know. Maybe
If they were to win it, Jesus, that had something must have happened. Like everyone from Bayern must have got injured, City injured, Liverpool, PSG, Madrid. There's so many teams that you'd have to go past before you even thought about a team like that. To be honest with you, no disrespect, because I think that they are a good team.
Yeah.
And I think they would do better than a Celtic. For some reason, Celtic seem really rubbish in this competition. Yeah. But I feel like Rangers could actually, that'll be a tough place to go, the Ibrox. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to be a place that many people are going to want to go to, this season.
It'll be rocking.
They're rocking.
Latif, I've never heard of Maccabi Haifa FC in my life. Champions League does this, doesn't it? Like, you've got teams that aren't in it. We call this the champion. To be fair, it's called the Champions League, so the champions of the leagues should be in it. But is it a shit? Do you think Maccabi Haifa like competing in the Champions League, or do you think they feel a little bit humiliated? Would they rather just be in the Europa League or maybe Conference League? Should there be levels to these leagues? For example, should the leagues get ranking points, and it should be like, do you know what? Anyone from that league shouldn't really be going in the Champions League because it's not that level of competition.
So firstly, you sound super bougie right now, just letting you know. But I agree with you. I genuinely believe when you put these kind of teams in there, you don't benefit them in the slightest, only financially. Financially, yes, they do get benefit. And you could, I guess, say that maybe over time, if they keep coming in, getting that money, then maybe they might be able to get better. But for me, I've always looked at the Champions League. Like, I look at the Champions League and World Cups, and I understand the fairy tale. People love a fairy tale, that small nation and that small club. I couldn't give two shits about that. I only want the best playing in these competitions. Let everybody else play in like a World Cup 2.0 or something. Then let everyone else play Europa League football. Make the Europa League a bit bigger then if you have to be honest with you. At least then it would pack it out with good teams anyway. And then you're still giving these other teams the opportunity to still win a European competition. Let's not forget it's the second biggest European competition out there. So it's nothing to be balked at.
I like that. And do you know what that reminds me of? Will Smith in Men in Black. The best of the best of the best, sir. That's what we need. Champions League. Get the best of the best of the best.
We need the best.
Liverpool, PSG, Bayern, and Bruges. Woo! That'd be a juicy, juicy group. We're going to get to in a second who we think are going to be in Liverpool's group or who we would like in Liverpool's group. So please put in the comments who you would like to see in Liverpool's group this season, because I think we're all going to have very different views on this one. So, do you know what? Look what
I'm a fat kid at heart. Honestly.
Squashies!
Guys, if you ever wanted to win my heart, buy me these.
Look, if you ever want to win my heart, just take me to Starbucks, like coffee.
You like Starbucks?
Starbucks, yeah, bro.
Look it. Yeah. I feel it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. Starbucks. Anyway, it's not sweet time. It's not sweet o'clock. It's time to get in to our predictions. So let's begin with our group.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to go first, G. So let me pull these names back up. Okay. I want you to tell us which three teams would you like Liverpool to face in this year's Champions League?
Madrid. Where are we pot? So we're pot two. So Madrid. So we're looking at pot three. I think I would go with Borussia Dortmund.
Ooh.
And I said Celtic before, but I'm going to change it to Rangers. I feel like that'd be a good game.
Wow.
Atmosphere.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, let's just... G's just announced his Champions League group would be Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and Rangers. Gee, that's like group of death tackle.
Yep.
That's serious. Why would you go with those?
The way that we're playing at this current moment in time, I actually think that would be better for us. I don't think if we play these Portos, like Portos and Victor, was it Victor Plazin?
Victor Plazin.
Sorry, my apologies for anybody who's from there or supports them.
From where, G? What country they from?
You know, I was going to say Poland, but I could be wrong.
Do you know what I think it is, Poland? You're right.
Oh, okay. I honestly don't know.
It could be Austria. It could be Austria.
Someone in the comments, let me know, please.
Yeah, let us know. Victor Plazin, let us know.
And Dortmund. I just want a really tough group because it's as I always keep telling you, bro. Those who do not hear must feel. Liverpool are not hearing. They must feel it in some way, shape, or form. Give them the group of death. See how they
do. G. Like you've lost it, G. Madrid and Dortmund. Do you think this would be... Do you know what? It might work in Liverpool's favour because whenever any player plays well against Liverpool in the Champions League, we buy them.
There's that too. There's obviously
Bellingham, please have the game of your life.
Dortmund is an easy one. You'd have to have Dortmund in there, and I think we actually will get Dortmund anyway. It's just written in the bloody stars. It always happens like that.
Yeah, it does always.
And I think Chelsea are going to get Barcelona. You know, weird little draws that always you think to yourself, oh, what a coincidence. Like,
yeah, you think, Czech Republic. This isn't a corrupt competition. Yeah, Bogdan, you're right. Bogdan's like the master of like European. He's like the master of Europe, Bogdan. He knows everything. Everyone, get Bogdan on Mastermind. The master.
I like Bogdan's group, though. I like Bogdan.
What was Bogdan's group? Let me see where's Bogdan.
3 comments up from his Czech Republic.
Oh, yeah. Let's get this up. Real Madrid. Do you know what, people? I have give G full admin status for the shows, but he just chooses not to log in under full admin status so he can control everything. So, yeah, he does apologize. Real Madrid, Juventus, Rangers. Wow. Nah.
We need a tough guys. I'm telling you, this get it out of your head playing Porto and smashing them like that. I don't want that. I want as tough a group as humanly possible. Wherever the toughest group you can get is.
I like what you're saying here, actually, because
it could work in our favor, bro.
Yeah, when we get tough competition in the group stages, think when Liverpool dip in the league, Christmas every time. So does this have something to do with the level of competition we're playing against? We keep our standards high. Then in Christmas, because we're not playing Champions League, we dip, and we always smash the end of the season. End of seasons, I can guarantee we'll probably go at least 12 games back-to-back winning.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think,
do you think that's got something to do with the Champions League?
Yeah, man. Like, and remember as well, also think about it like this. We could knock out a Real Madrid too. Like, having them in our group means we can knock them out. If we beat them twice and they lose maybe another game somewhere else, they're out of the competition. I don't want those teams in the knockout. I don't see us winning it. I don't see us beating them, like the big teams anyway, in a 2-legged game this season anyway. I just think they'll have a bit more than us to do so. Do it now, whilst everything's a little bit crappy, I know. But once we get into like a rhythm of games, we're going to start winning games soon. It's probably like between now and the first game of the Champions League. That's where we build a bit of momentum at the beginning of the season, usually. Let's get into that momentum, smash all of these like big teams, because as you said, get to Christmas, we dip. I don't know what it's going to look like next year in 2023 because of World Cup's finish. Are we going to still have internationals in February, March? You know, we always have a little dip there as well, just because players are tired and things like that. Like, let's not do that with like a Bayern in round of 16. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather not face them then. If we can knock them out.
Cammy's saying that. He really, and big up Cammy as well, everyone. Scotia's rising. Get over there for all academy news for Liverpool, working alongside us at Kloppzone. What a legend Cammy is. I really want Real Madrid. We have to beat them at some point.
Yeah, we have to beat them, man. I'm sick of playing them in a final and losing. I just want to.
You know what it is, though, G? Spanish teams,
yeah,
Liverpool just do not like playing them in Europe.
It's true.
Spanish
they know
teams,
how to play against English teams.
I think it was something mad now because Real Madrid beat us. I think it's something crazy. Like we've played Spanish teams 8 times or something like that, and we've won twice.
Twice?
It's
I didn't know
mad.
that.
Madness. It's a mad stat. I put it up last season on Kloppzone, and I think at the time it was, we might have won 3 because I think it was before we played Villarreal.
Okay.
But then we got beat by Real Madrid, so it just balanced it out anyway. Let's get to some more of the comments. Another group.
Who would you have in your ideal group? Are we going to get on? Who would you have?
Do you know what? Let me have a look at this group then. Let me pull this up there. While G has some more of his Haribos, kids and grown-ups love them so.
Leave me alone.
Group 1, I kind of... No, in fact, I don't. I was going to say I want Sadio.
You don't want Sadio, trust me.
No, I don't. PSG right now are on fire, by the way.
That was another team I wanted to face.
If I'm being honest, I probably want AC Milan. AC Milan, San Siro, it brings emotions of Champions League. They've got that heritage, like the royalty, aren't they? So we'd still be at a high level playing them, but it's a team we should beat. So AC Milan, pot 1. Pot 3. Woo! We can't have Inter, can we then? Because they're in the same league.
Yeah.
Can't have Napoli. So I'd probably go. Do you know what? Dortmund. Let's have it. Let's have Dortmund. So AC Milan, Dortmund, and I'd probably want, for the chorus of You'll Never Walk Alone, Celtic. That'd be beautiful.
Imagine Celtic with Dortmund and Liverpool all singing You'll Never Walk Alone in the chat. Bloody hell.
That would be unreal, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I'd go AC Milan, Dortmund, and Celtic. Not too hard, not too easy. Nice little bedding in process. That's what I'd go with. Let's see if anyone else has put up what they would go with. Oh, my goodness. This would haunt G. This would give G the nightmares of all nightmares. We could see an Origi clutch for AC Milan against us. G, the most clutch player in the Premier League history, Divock Origi, coming off the bench in the 87th minute at the at Anfield. Imagine at Anfield when we need the win, and Divock comes on and sinks us. He'd do that. That would serve you right, to be honest, G. If he did that, that would serve you right.
If he did that, then I'm definitely going to burn a Liverpool top at some point in time. I will burn a Liverpool top live on air. I will burn it. I will burn it. And I will call out Klopp for every word under the sun. There's no way that you let one of the crappiest strikers I've ever seen go against us and clutch us. Yeah, right. I don't want to see that.
The crappiest striker.
You heard what I said it, and I will say it again. One of the crappers I've seen walk through these doors at Liverpool. But that's a story for another day.
Oh, my days.
I don't.
miss Divock, man. G does as well. G agrees. Sorry. What did you say, G? What? Sorry? We can't hear you. What was that? He's not thinking that. I'm muting his mic, everyone, because G hates Divock Origi with a passion. There's a Divock Origi special coming soon. Don't you worry, people. And G will get into it. But that is our group. They're the teams we would face in our group. Let's do dark horses.
Yeah.
I need like a horse noise or something. So dark horses, people, in the comments, out of all these teams, who's your dark horse? Everyone in the comments, let us know. We'll pin it up. Stay in the comments because don't forget what is to come. I'm going to scroll that ticker back along the bottom. A practice, Kloppzone, Champions League draw. We're going through predictions right now. The official draw begins at 5 p.m. today. We'll bring you the group that Liverpool gets, so do not worry about that. But we want to have a practice first. But we're up to who is the dark horse of the competition. G, after looking at these teams, who's your dark horse?
Barcelona.
Oh, okay. Do you not think that's crazy though? Like saying
And exactly
Barcelona's a dark horse.
Exactly, because you wouldn't put them as favourites at all. But I just think that out of all of the elite clubs who are left in or who are in this tournament, I know someone's saying Spurs. I don't think they have the minerals to do stuff like that. I think Barca have the nous to be able, if they get a good group, easy group, get through that, then it's just knockout football. I feel like Barca would be, and when you've got the best striker in world football in your team, gives me a bit, you know what I mean? You start to think to yourself.
This is what I was going to say. Do you think Barca's recruitment has been top class? Bringing in Jules Koundé.
Do you think that their recruitment has been top class? Are there not at least 5 players from their recruitment that you wouldn't have taken before the season even kicked off? Easily. I would take any of them, literally. Lewandowski, Koundé, who else are they by? Christiansen. Who else are they got? They bought very good players, and they have good players in the team.
They've got Kessie. Kessie got it.
Kessie on a free. Oh my goodness. Like that spelt like that was FSG all over, and for some weird reason we didn't go for it for free. Oh my god.
I don't even want to think. Stop talking about transfers, G. Stop it. Andy's back in the building. Andy Vranari. Juve slept on. This is
nah.
Do you know what though? Juve are a Champions League team. They've got heritage. I don't know the squad though. I'm not sure.
Have they ever won the Champions League? Season. Maybe European. Let me check. I don't feel like they have.
They must have. But no, because if you think about it, Del Piero's never won.
Nope.
And he was at Juve, like that was Juve, peak Juve. Nedved's never won, because I always see these players in the greatest players to never win the Champions League.
Maybe they won, like, let me check. They might have won like the European
Cup. Back in the day, the European Cup. They must have won the European Cup. They must have. You're saying Spurs can't. Connor's saying maybe Spurs. Conte might know how to navigate these European teams. But if Poch can do it, Conte can do it.
Listen, Poch didn't win.
No, but he got dark horse. We're talking
but that was like the most flukiest way to get to a final. That was even more fluky than us getting the ghost goal.
Yeah, it was.
Mate, they were literally down, and at least in that game against Chelsea when we got the ghost goal, it was kind of Chelsea were maybe a tad bit better, but it was more of an even game. This was Ajax were dumping all over them, and then they just out of like 5 minutes of pure brilliance, which I will give them that. I think that they listen. Spurs will definitely get past the group stage, I believe, but I don't see them winning.
It's a tough one though. Spurs could have a flop out. They could do anything. Spurs could flop out, go all the way, mid run, like they could go anywhere. But Juve squad's pretty poor, says Connor.
They've won it twice.
That's what I was thinking. Juve squad's not as good. And then we've got Andy saying Pogba, Vlahovic, Chiesa. They're all class, but they're individuals. Juve now.
Vlahovic hasn't really impressed me at Juve.
Nah, he's not since he moved to Juve. Do you think Juve now is turning into more a team of individuals, just like PSG? Even though PSG are turning out good results at the minute, do you think Juve are like the Italian PSG?
Slightly. I think Juve are the type of team that you would go to because you're guaranteed to be in the Champions League more or less every single season. So you know that you're going to a team with a bit of pedigree. Biggest team in Italy. Best team in Italy. Like overall, best team in Italy in terms of trophies and stuff like that. So you would go there, but they're not a team that I look at and think, oh my goodness, if we got Juve, I would be like, yeah, we should beat them. I wouldn't really be worried about them, to be honest with you.
100%. Let's have a look at I need to get these teams up again because I might make a bold statement here. Make a bold statement. Let me see who my dark horse is going to be.
One bad man.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Sevilla.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
wow. That was
No, yeah.
definitely not a team that I even thought about at all. Like, but wow. Okay.
Sevilla. I'm going Sevilla just
Why is that?
because I don't know. Just because
You're just saying names for saying
I
names'
just
sake.
wanted to say Sevilla. No, really, I was thinking Sevilla have good heritage in European football.
They do.
More notably in the Europa League.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
the odds are maybe they get bounced out of the Champions League and go on to win the Europa League.
As they do.
But I just think some big teams aren't going to tick. They're not going to click over. Sevilla's like not a nice place to go, especially if you're a European team. I feel like the Spanish teams know how to navigate Sevilla.
Yeah.
But when European teams come up against them, they play like an English team always. They
Okay.
play the strong, the physical, the fast on the break. They're
Mhm.
not techie like these Spanish teams. They're not like a traditional European team. That's why I think English teams know the way English football's played, we are always one of the favourites to go far. You always see us now semi-finals, quarter-finals, finals. Like, how many years back-to-back has it been now, English teams in finals?
In the last couple of years, yeah, us last season, Chelsea, Man City the season before.
Us not us the season before that. What was the season before that? Man City the season before that against PSG
No,
and Bayern won it. PSG and
but
Bayern.
then we were then the season
We were
before
the
that.
season before that.
What?
When did Chelsea won in? Was it 26? Was Chelsea's 2016?
Chelsea won it 2 years ago, and
I just feel like English clubs, the Champions League is our playground at the minute.
at the
And
moment, yes. At the
and
moment, I would say that we
Man
are the
Man
strongest.
City are just, I think, most people's favourites. It's
Yeah.
the one they've not got. When you
Mm.
look at who else have we got in there? We've got Spurs, we've got Liverpool, Chelsea, strong
I
teams.
think the winner's going to come from pot one.
Oh, okay. Well, do you know what, G? That's a
Yeah.
nice little segue, isn't it? Because we're going to go on to the winner of the Champions League. Who are you going to choose for your winners of the Champions League? Everyone in the comments, let us know your winners because, like we said, this show's for you people. It's all about your comments. We want to know what you think. But first, we go to the man in the know, the man that knows everything about football, G, keeping it. G, who's your winner this season, G?
City or PSG?
Why PSG though? Why PSG?
I think that they will click it this season. I've seen only from what I've seen so far. I can only go on based on that information. They look like if they decide to turn it on, and something that shout out Roms, something that he said was with the manager that they've got in now, they look to have more of a structure with how they do things, their passages of play, everything about them this season is clicking. I know everyone's going to talk about, oh, Mbappe, Messi. Don't worry about them. They're elite players. They don't need to be on the same wavelength at all. They're so good. They can just have one individual game. They will burn you without even looking. So I think when you've got that level of quality, and I know we've said it time and time and time again, but I have this inkling that it's going to be them or City, if not both of them in the final.
That'd be a nice final, though, wouldn't it?
Oh,
For the neutral, for the footballing neutral.
good
To see,
football,
like,
best players in the world.
best
You can't
players
have
in the
them all.
world. Mbappe,
Mbappe,
Neymar, Messi,
De
Haaland, De
Bruyne.
Bruyne. Woo! That would be a top class final. But Ellis says, G, back the boys.
Nope.
Liverpool FC.
No.
Liverpool FC. Winners. Back the boys. Do you know what?
Back him.
I'm gonna go. Let me read some people's comments out first.
Yeah, look at him. He's always popping out in
I
some
haven't
way,
just
shape,
begun
or
just yet.
form.
Let me just see.
He's
Andy
trying to see what
Granari.
everybody else is saying, guys. Go on,
No,
let me hear
I
your
would
story.
never do that. I'm never swayed. Never swayed.
It's
Honestly,
okay, guys. It's okay.
I've always been critical of Liverpool. What you want about?
Okay.
Anyway, Bayern or PSG?
Yeah.
Says Andy Venari. That's just because of Sadio, but they've lost Lewandowski.
They don't look that. When I watched them, I know they won 7-0 the other day.
Yeah, but it didn't look good, did it? It wasn't a good
didn't look good.
7-0.
Yeah, like I've never seen a 7-0 and you just look like average.
Yeah.
It looked weird.
It was a messy. All the goals were scrappy. It was it just didn't impress me when I saw it. I think we're in for a shot, says Connor Burnett, but this year I've got to go with PSG. Is with you, G. Andy saying the new manager looks like he's cooking. That's what G's just said. Again, Connor saying Gaultier has completely reshaped PSG.
Bro, am I lying? I'm showing you.
They're finally a proper team now.
Yeah.
Bogdan, not a chance, neither of them. Tell them, Bogdan. Get them told. Liverpool FC.
Why did you sound like Professor Snape? I don't understand that.
I don't know. Why does everything go back to Harry Potter? Every single
Okay, guys. So another treat, yeah. Other than these sweets, if you guys ever wanted to win my heart, just get me a Harry Potter set of anything. I'm kind of a Hufflepuff, but I do like.
Are you a Hufflepuff? No.
So not Hufflepuff, so Ravenclaw. I like Ravenclaw. They're like underdogs, but you got to watch out for them. Don't be too crazy because they're a bit mad.
To be honest, though, when you said Hufflepuff, I thought you are you're jokey. You're a little bit Hufflepuff's a bit jokey as well. But Ravenclaw, I know what you mean, because you can you pick your right moments, you sit back, you watch what's going on, and you sneak in when the time's right. Yeah, you're Ravenclaw. I think I'm Gryffindor. I just like pretending I'm brave. I jump in there too soon, get my ass.
What happened to Harry? So you keep jumping in there.
But I'll keep fighting. I've got the dog in me. I've got the dog in me. That was more like a Chihuahua. That wasn't I wanted a bit more like Pitbull in that. There was no girth to the sound then. Oil Classico, says Paul Donnelly.
Yeah, 100%.
That could be the final. Latif, I'm feeling a PSG Liverpool. That would be a team I'd like to face in the final.
Would you?
Yes, yeah. PSG are a team that I would like to play against as Liverpool. If I'm another team, I don't want to, but I feel like they just play into Liverpool's hands. Imagine how easily PSG, especially two-legged, at Anfield, second leg, they would crumble at Anfield. If that crowd got on them, we got a goal. Say if they were 3-0 up. I'm like reminiscing. Lionel Messi would retire, by the way, because if he came subject to a 2-3-0 comebacks, woo! But if they were 3-0 up PSG, they're the type of team that go into Anfield. If Liverpool got one early goal, it's curtains for them. Because the crowd's going to be behind Liverpool. You saw what happened. Look what happened last season. Crumbled.
Yeah, the thing is, I fully agree with you in that. On one side, you got to remember, bro. I do not see a scenario that we don't concede against PSG. I can't even imagine it. I don't think we're good enough to keep that level of resolute. Sorry. If Madrid can do it, they've got probably as equal as attack as Madrid in terms of personnel and stuff like that. I think, yeah. But I hear you, though. Facing them in the final, if we beat them, I would love it. To beat a PSG in the final, to beat all of that oil money. FSG would love it.
FSG would love that.
They would love a final against an oil team and beat them, because then they would turn around and be like, told you. You know what I mean? We want to.
We built this off cornbread and dust fields. Like we went out here without spending mega bucks. We beat you, oil tycoons. Oh my goodness! I don't know why they're from Texas, by the way, but I've got a feeling like they might be. Andrew Venari, you're on my wavelength, bro. Why is everyone sleeping on the giants of European football?
No, I'm not sleeping on them.
Real Madrid. Everybody. Do you realize the business they've done as well? They're bringing in young ballers. They're doing the right bits at the right time. Benzema,
you know what they're doing, Ash? You know what they're doing? And I know we don't want to. I'm not going to talk about transfers deeply, but they're rejuvenating their team, and they're not doing it very excessively. Yeah. I don't know how much they've obviously. So they probably spent quite a bit, but I don't feel like they've spent that much in regards to like the players that they are buying as well. Like Tchouaméni was probably the most expensive that they have got this summer. But when you look at it, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Rodrigo, Vinicius, Benzema, Cruz, Modric,
Hazard.
Oh, flipping hell. Hazard, like, bearing in mind, I haven't even mentioned the fact they've let Casemiro go. And
Yeah.
I don't even think that they will even blink and worry about that.
Yeah.
Like, that team, defense, Rudiger, Alaba, Mendy, goalkeeper is Nacho. Like,
Nacho's a
you know
bad
what?
boy as well.
Maybe Madrid might be the
Militao.
team.
Eder
Sure,
Militao. You know what, though?
Maybe
The
Madrid,
one for me who you've not mentioned, and he's
Valverde.
the key. Yeah, Valverde. He's the key. He's one player that I'd do
You
anything
like him.
to get him.
You've mentioned him before. I know you like
Honestly,
him.
like, you know me, I like proper footballers, G. I don't like people who are nice on the eye, who do all the goals. I look and watch football.
He doesn't like Ronaldinho, basically, is what he's trying to tell you guys. He doesn't like guys.
By the way, Ronaldinho Ronaldinho's got to be my top 3 players of all time. It's nostalgia as well for me with Ronaldinho. It has to be. But Valverde, oh my, just such a good football. He's fast, physical, works hard, but he's so technically, like, never gives the ball away.
Very true.
His first touch is just unreal. Makes all his decision making is unbelievable. He's just top class. I'd pay. You know, we're talking about 100 million for Bellingham.
Yeah,
he's a £100 million player because he plays anywhere. Plays central midfield. He can play right back, right wing, centre forward. Whoa, this guy.
Before we do move on, just because you mentioned Ronaldinho, for Champions League, who do you think over all time that you've seen, obviously since you've been alive, who is the best player to have played in the Champions League?
He's dropped a bomb on everyone. Everyone in the comments, let us know as well.
Yeah, let us know, please.
Before I miss out, because there's loads of comments going to be flying in now about their all-time favourite Champions League player. Let me just pin some up before I miss them. So Real Madrid could do it again 100%, especially if Rodrigo has a similar advantage. Look, everyone forgot about what Rodrigo did last season. The goals he got in the Champions League last season, from the bench as well, he was pivotal. Valverde, look at this. Valverde's incredible. Underrated. Valverde is incredible. I don't rate Militao, very inconsistent. Valverde took the out of Robertson in the Champions League final. Here we go. CR7. See, for me,
I couldn't disagree with that, to be honest.
Do you know what, though? For me, Ronaldo doesn't even come in my thinking when I think of great Champions League players. Even though he's the top goal scorer of Champions League history, even though I think is he in joint second for the amount of trophies, Champions League trophies he's won?
He's got at least 4 or 5 of them now.
Yeah, I think he's second.
Which is crazy.
Which is mad. But yes, you've got to talk about him as probably the greatest that's ever played the Champions League. But I'm talking for me personally, I don't like watching Ronaldo play, G.
I agree. I think I don't like his style.
I think I did when he first came to the Premier League. He was electric. He was taking free kicks.
He was a guy with no product.
Doing different things with the ball. It was just raw, just good to watch. But he changed his game, which is credit to him as a professional. Changed his game, turned himself into a goal scorer. He literally just hugs between the sticks, and he's literally just a goal scorer now. I know he does world-class stuff every
He's
now
what
and
Mo Salah is. And, you know, I love Mo Salah.
He just doesn't excite me. But Andy's saying Ronaldo, Paul Donnelly, got to be Ronaldo, Ronnie, Messi, Ramos in that. Ronnie, Ramos, Messi in that order, says Andy. CR7 saying Connor, Messi as well. Are you just going to ignore Barca, the business? No, G said before Barca are his underdogs, that horses.
Yeah. I don't think them to win, but I think they're an underdog team that could potentially do it.
Yeah. CR7, the best player in Europa League? No, in Champions League history, I'm guessing.
Nah, I think he's probably taking the piss because they're in Europa League now, isn't it? You sounded like Michael
Oh,
Jackson.
I
Jeez.
like you, Paul. Yeah, I did say like MJ then. Did you used to watch Bo Selector? All my days, I love that show. Ash,
Oh my
his
God.
moments, the overhead. I can't disagree. Moments, unbelievable. Like, do you know what it is with Ronaldo, right? And I'm probably very, very wrong. So cue the haters. Ronaldo was good at picking up goals in non-meaningful games, but when it came to meaningful games, I feel like he goes missing a little bit. In the finals, I've never really thought, I can't think of a finals moment where he's like, unless it's a penalty or something, what he takes and scores the winner or whatever. I can't think of moments in him actually standing tall.
Yeah.
Whereas when you think about Zinedine Zidane, Lionel Messi, like all these players, there's moments in finals where they stand. Ramos, even, wow, he's a big moment player. Can you think of it? Do you know what I mean with that?
No, I fully agree with you because I'm trying to even think as you were speaking, but I was just about to ask you another question because you're throwing up so many names. Like, how highly did you rate Zidane? Okay. You know what? Zidane or Iniesta?
Iniesta all day long.
All day long.
Look, only
All day
because
long.
again we're football purists though. But when you think of its moments again and what they've won, what they've achieved, it's Zidane was. When you say Zidane, I'm like, wow, greatest ever midfielder. That in my head, that's what I say straight away.
Yeah,
But when you think about it, was he really like?
And this is it. People always get onto me when I'm like, and the reason why I said Iniesta because that's the name that everybody always like kind of puts them up. Manager, no, I don't even agree with that. I think he was just the right man, right time at the right team. I don't think he's that good of a manager. But I think
the players manage that team. Ronaldo, Ramos.
Look at the players. Come on, yeah. He didn't have to turn up to training half the time. As a player, listen, Zidane was he was a baller. I can't even say he wasn't, but Iniesta has to be one of like he's probably my favorite midfielder ever.
Ooh, no. Do you know who's mine?
Go on.
So he's not underrated, but people would never think the greatest. David Silva. I love
nowhere near Iniesta. I'm sorry.
Do you know what?
Iniesta
Right?
is like on a
imagine, G. Listen, right?
But he's a fantastic player. Fantastic player.
Imagine David Silva in that Barcelona team.
I don't need to. I saw him at City. He was doing the same thing. I think he would be the same.
And look at like Spain squad. For him to, he was the one player that could get in that Spain squad when nobody else could. Like he was getting in there ahead of Xabi Alonso at times. And do you know what I mean? Like he was. For me, I just loved what. I don't know if it's because I watched him week in, week out in the Premier League.
Maybe.
But David Silva was just, woo, gives me chills thinking about it. Like the number 10, I'd say probably the best number 10 ever. Iniesta was more Coutinho, drifting left winger kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know what his position is, but whatever that position was, I think he was the best at it. Whatever you want to call that, left wing / central midfielder. Kind of thing.
FRMZ, big up you two, FRMZ. Thank you very much. Connor Sainz having an Iniesta's up there, G. I think it's time for us to decide, isn't it?
Go on.
Xavi Iniesta, better than Zidane for sure. I agree. James the Brain, he's saying Iniesta and Xavi. There's so many. Let me read these. There's so many. Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, David Silva. See, Connor? David Silva. Woo! I love my guy. Iker Casillas. That's what I mean. Goalkeepers don't get the respect.
I know. Would he be your we should have done one before. Would he be your like Champions League goalkeeper of all time? Champions League purely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's
him. You can't not think of like Valdez being in that team. You can't not like think of trophies. Victor Valdez, you've got to put him in and around. Manuel Neuer, you've got to speak about. Yeah. Do you know who I rate more than Manuel Neuer? And it's nostalgia again, Oliver Kahn. Like I love Oliver
but he was like an original.
He was proper original. Casillas is just Buffon, but he never won it. So
which is weird.
Mad,
So
innit?
weird.
Mad.
So he's got a World Cup.
Casillas,
He hasn't got a Champions League. That's so weird.
Casillas for me. Wow, he has to be. Do you know what we need to do? If we've got time at the end of this, we'll break down a Champions League all-time 11. We'll go in with you. In the comments, we'll go in with you. Mark A, I love this, and it's not really Champions League related, but I'm with you on this, Mark A. Favourites, personal favourites, Leroy Sané, Moussa Dembele in the Premier League. We spoke about Dembele the other week, innit, on the Jerry James show, and woo, that guy is.
You can never take the ball off him.
No. Liverpool ready. Do you know what? I can't not read this after reading that, but big up yourself live from Ghana, by the way. Love that you're tuning in from Ghana. Liverpool is ready to cash in on Frankie de Jong. Please update me about that. Do you know what? We've not heard anything about that yet, but we have been streaming for over an hour. So if we can have a look, I'll have a look in a minute. We'll try and get that news. Maybe. Let's not forget about Modric, Connor. Luka Modric.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. Yeah. Modric is still another one. There's so many players, man. There's so many players, bro.
Champions League legend. Hendo and Thiago greater than any. Get out of here. Get out of it. Come on. Like, I love Hendo for what he's done for Liverpool. Thiago's a baller, but you can't even mention Thiago's name next to Modric's name. I know he's got trophies. I know he did it for Bayern, but you can't.
Yeah. I think, by the way, the guy from James just said it. Check the group chat. Yeah, I think we are actually. There are reports that we are potentially trying to put together a bid for Frankie de Jong.
I'm not getting hyped, G. But,
no.
But that's the type of guy we should be looking at in the first place.
Yes, but if I had a choice and we weren't in this situation, I wouldn't sign it.
Yeah. And if you're not good enough for Barca, why are you good enough for Liverpool?
I think we're just if we do, which I'm actually going to say 99.9% sure we ain't. If we did sign someone like that, it would be like you'd have to change the way the midfield played anyway. No way he's coming in there to press. No way.
Yeah. Cammy saying Busquets probably the best CDM in their prime.
Yes.
This is one that we have. We've had this argument in the Kloppzone group chat as well.
Yes.
Busquets for me. Look what Rodri's doing. It's all down to Guardiola, by the way.
Yeah,
Busquets.
If there was a player that you couldn't...
Xavi and Iniesta could not do what they did without Busquets in that team. No Busquets, no Xavi and Iniesta.
There's one player in that team who guaranteed he ain't losing the ball. It's him. Over Iniesta and Xavi because of how they play. Obviously a bit more forward thinking, so they're going to potentially be suspect to losing the ball. He don't lose it. And he makes tackles sometimes that you think, like, it's just a little interception here or a little nick there, but it's all timed. It's all timed.
All the time. Big up Sean Dock. How you doing, brother? Yes, Sean Dock. He's back in the building again.
Back again.
Mark A, what do you think we've done the show for, Mark A? Of course.
Do you think we just woke up today and said we should just do a UCL draw?
The draw is today in at 1 hour and a half's time. But everyone that's just tuned in, don't leave, because look at the bottom. We're doing a practice Kloppzone UCL draw. Look, we're not even joking. I'll show you just to prove it, because some people like proof. I'll prove it right here. Add this to the stream. This is what we're going into. In a little while, we're going to do our very own mock Champions League draw. It's going to be fun. It's not official, but it's fun. And that's what we're all about, G. We're about the fun life, innit?
You dig.
Why am I just putting on full screen? That's just... I need to remove that and get me off full screen. Nobody wants to see that. Although, G did compliment me before. Looking a bit younger, looking a bit fresher, so I'll take that. Let's get to the comments. Before we choose, we've not even chosen our favourite Champions League player of all time yet. Stevie G and Alonso
as well.
Wow, you forget Stevie G. Come on.
Champions League, nah. Unfortunately, nah. I couldn't have him in because you would only have him in for the 05 season. You couldn't have him for any other season. That season alone isn't 07? Enough. Where did we come in 07?
We was in the final against
the final. But we didn't win. I think with him, He's more of a overall because he got UEFA Team of the Year quite a few times anyway. Do you get what I mean? So it's not to say he's not obviously one of the best, but do you get what I'm trying to say? Like he's not really one of them kind of. Alonso, you could put in there though, purely because he's been in finals, Champions
Bayern,
League,
Real Madrid. Woo! Right, Dewey.
Chat to me, dog.
Who's your player? All-time Champions League?
Messi's my favorite player of all time of anything.
Oh, it's mine as well. G is mine as well. Do you know? Like that is the obvious. It's not the obvious choice.
Okay. Pick another player. Can't pick Messi then. Pick another.
That's what I was going to say. I was just about to say that another player can't pick Messi.
And you can't pick Ronaldinho.
Damn you. I just used to watch Champions League football for Ronaldinho, you know. I just used to want to just see.
Because we weren't in it, we had to watch other teams.
Nobody else did it like Ronaldinho. Mm-hmm. Nobody before, nobody after. If he had more longevity and a bit more, I don't know what it is, he would be regarded as the greatest of all time. I don't know if it's trophies that he's lacking, maybe a few more Ballon d'Ors.
I think it's more
commitment.
Yeah, like you didn't get like Ronaldo, R9, yeah. You only had about 6 or 7 good years.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were the most phenomenal years of history, but he only had like 6 or 7. But I don't know, is it because I'm comparing it to Messi and Ronaldo, who've had a decade of dominance? So I feel like they've kind of screwed things up for everybody else. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
it's like you've got to do it now it's like nearly 20 years, in it. That's for Messi.
Yeah,
it's nearly 20 years. In fact, how old was Ronaldo when he signed for United? 17?
17, 18, yeah.
He's 36 now.
Fucking hell.
20 years, bro, at the best level. Like he's never dipped. He's never
gone to a low, like he's never, he's only played for top clubs. Even Sporting Lisbon in Portugal, you know, one of the biggest clubs there. Yeah. Man United, biggest club in it. Were the biggest club in England. Real Madrid, biggest club in the world. In Juve, biggest club in Italy, and they're still like historically a big club.
Yeah.
Now back obviously at Manchester. Yeah, I rate him.
And even like last season, getting so many goals when he hardly played many games, like that's got to be goated status. But Messi, might have only been at Barcelona for the longevity of his career, but why move? Why move? There was no need for Messi to, like, Messi would have stayed there if he could. Barcelona did Messi absolutely dirty by letting him go. Like
that was probably the worst thing that's ever happened in their history.
Yeah.
In my opinion, one of the worst things that ever happened. I'm trying to think of a player.
That's what. Do you know what? Champions League.
Iniesta.
I was thinking Iniesta, but I didn't used to love watching it. Do you know what? Do you know
goal against Chelsea that knocked them out?
You know what I mean? It's not that I didn't used to love watching him. When I would see him play, I'd be like, "That's a class player," but I wouldn't be like, "What's Iniesta going to do next?" Because you're always thinking, "What's Messi going to do next?"
Yeah, I get you.
So Messi kind of overshadowed him. For me, I'm looking at like Zidane and players like this. It's mad. Raul as well. Shout out to Raul. I used to love
another
Raul.
One I was thinking of Raul. I used to love, when he was younger. Ooh, striker. He had this cool vibe about him. Like I liked him.
Such a good vibe.
Kaka.
Figo. Kaka's up there, isn't it?
Remember, Kaka's the last human being
for me. It's Messi, Ronaldinho. Stevie G's up there just because he's given me moments. I've got to go Stevie G.
No. If you
got it. Stevie G's got it to me. Let's move on anyway, because we've still got something else to discuss. Who do you think, people, will be this season's top scorer in the Champions League? Who are you going with, G?
Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe. Do you know what, though? Have you seen how Neymar is playing at the moment?
He's getting assists.
4 games,
Hmm.
7 goals, 6 assists.
Yeah.
Mad. Do you
I
think
just
he
think
can sustain that?
no, but he'll definitely be at a high level this season. It's like I said to you, bro. Like they're not the same PSG that I'm seeing from before. They look like the team. They look like the Galacticos. They look like a Galacticos kind of thing. They've got that thing about them now. I don't know what the hell the manager's done. Like I would love to know, but I'm going Mbappe. I'm going to go Mbappe. Benzema's a very good shot though. Benzema's
Yeah,
a
it's
very
a
good.
good shout. Another
Very good.
shout, Salah,
I don't
Nunes.
feel like he'd get a top goal
No, I
scorer.
don't think Salah's going to get top goal scorer Champions League. It's always like Mane and Bobby in it for Liverpool.
Yeah, weirdly enough. weirdly enough.
Benzema again. Oh, the comments keep moving. Stop jumping comments. There we go. Nunes or more saying FRMZ. Haaland. He's in
You
a
think
better
Salah
team.
would?
He's in a better team. Lives for Champions League. Like, look at the records he's got in the Champions League.
Yeah, have you seen his record for debut goals?
Yeah.
It was like something stupid, and I was like,
It's
"How do you
crazy,
score that
isn't it?
many goals on your debuts in competitions? Like, how are you doing?"
Paul's saying Neymar can't be top scorer. He needs to go to his sister's birthday. Oh my god!
Watch him not go this year. Watch him not go this year.
Watch him.
If he doesn't go, PSG will win the Champions League.
Yeah, if he doesn't go, PSG will. Haaland doesn't look good. Please, anyone saying this right now?
I don't understand.
Have a minute. Do you realize Haaland looks so sharp this season? Did you see what he did against Newcastle? Like, even though it's 3-3, he still got a goal against Newcastle. His movement was unbelievable. His movement in the box is next level. That's in the box. That's not his best trait. His best trait is actually running at people, getting hold of the ball and rattling the ball. Like, crisp and clean every time. Like, Haaland has come and I feel like he's set in the Premier League alight. Like, I don't know what everybody's seeing just because he's not scoring what? Like, how many goals has he got? 2 in the Premier League in 3 games.
He got 3.
He's got 3.
2 against West Ham, and then he scored the other 3 goals.
3 and 3, and people are saying he doesn't look good.
He looks way better than Nunes. I'll tell you that, like way better than Nunes. I can tell
Like
you that much.
Ellis, everybody misses one-on-ones. Everyone can miss one-on-ones. You know what I mean? But that's what's worrying. He will get better.
Yeah, I think people are
got 3 and 3.
People are just so overreactionary. Like, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
Yeah, Haaland's done what we all knew was going to happen. I think he's going to be top goal scorer. Sadio Mane saying Marque.
If they get a good group draw, then yeah, potentially, because he looks like he'll be the guy to score them goals this season. It's a good shot. That's like an underdog.
I will say though, Nunes is a Champions League player. He's a player made for Champions League football.
I think that's how many goals he'll get all season.
11 to 14 all season.
Yeah, I can't see where else. How many goals do you think he'll score? I don't think he's a goal scorer like that, man. You know, I don't really have that much faith in the guy.
He is. And I know I put my neck out there a lot. I put my neck out there for Diaz.
You've been putting your neck out for a lot of players. Curtis Jones, Diaz,
I've backed Curtis Jones.
These are very free, dodgy players that you guys are putting your faith in.
Curtis Jones to the day I die. But Diaz, we can't go back on Diaz. Like, Klopp's system isn't doing it. I feel like that's where it's not doing it, G. Diaz is still everything that I said he would be. Still everything I said he would be. I said he needs to add goals to his game, which is still a fact. But Nunes, goal scorer. Nunes is going to be our top goal scorer this season, I think.
I'll put a bet on you with you right now that Salah is our top goal scorer this season. Guys, you heard it first.
Everyone in the comments, what's the forfeit? I've got Nunes. G, you're going with Salah.
Yep.
Give us a forfeit, people. In fact, I'll type the comment up just so you can see it. Nunes versus Salah bet.
All competitions, remember, guys. I don't want any funny business from Ash.
Listen, I don't do funny business. I don't know what you're on about. United shirt on stream, says James. James, if you can find one that fits me, then I would, but you might not right now. I'll hit the gym this season, and then we'll get me an extra large, and that should fit. was when Nunes plays Salah doesn't look in the game. Salah doesn't look in the game when he doesn't play. I'm not going to lie. Ice bucket. Ooh, Anfield on the gram. Did you do that back in the day? That you remember I was going to say JLS, but that's the band, isn't it? What was it? ISL. It was for muscular dystrophy or something like that.
Is that what it was for? I didn't even know why everyone did
you
it.
Just wanted to cool down, innit? G was just like,
bro, it was hot. So I was like, hey, ice bucket? Well, okay, I was going to dash the ice on me anyway, so let's just do a challenge. But
I did it, right? And it was freezing. It was like passed around, when people passed it round. I did it over the head, then jumped in a bin full of ice as well. And I'm telling you now, players go through, and I used to go through it when I played rugby. We used to have the ice therapy. But, oh my goodness, when it's a hot day, and even if you're getting a paddling pool, it's freezing. Never mind jumping in ice. Nah, that's horrible. So that is a horrible forfeit. That could be a good one. Would you accept that one?
Yeah. If you were down to do it, then I'm more than happy to do it, bro.
He's been obsessed with Lukaku all day, but I've purposely not pinned the Lukaku comment up that he wants me to pin up. But he says the loser has to put a Lukaku poster
give it a rest,
bedroom.
bro.
Not a chance. I'd rather do the ice bucket than that. How weird is that? A grown-ass man having a picture of Lukaku in his bedroom.
Yeah, that's very weird.
That's too strange for me. Why are you doubting Nunes, G? Call him out, Bogdan. Ice bucket, still ice bucket. What's this? From James, 6 times L. James, explain yourself, because you never make any sense, but you're not making any sense now. Is there any truth behind the De Jong rumours? We don't know yet. We're looking.
There's just a report.
ALS challenge. That's what it was.
ALS. Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
See, I said JLS, innit? So I was close. Sleeping with my eyes wide shut. I don't want to wake up. Yeah? You're not a fan, are you, JLS?
No, you know I don't like JLS.
Do you know what? I like them on X Factor, though.
Yeah, X Factor, because I had them in short segments.
Yeah.
I mean, and the nation got to get, but it was like a thing. But once they came off of X Factor, I was like, I don't want to listen to you full time.
Yeah.
But,
I can't remember who beat JLS. I can't remember who beat them. I want to say One Direction, but I know it wasn't.
No. I don't think that was the same year. I feel like One Direction was either side a year apart.
Anyway, this is a football show. We don't need to speak about JLS. It looks like it's an ice bucket for the forfeit. Keep the forfeits coming in. Apparently, we're trying to use Nabilad to help us get Bellingham, but can't see us getting him. Look, no transfer talk. Get that off. Bounce you out of here. Let's do it then, G. It's time to do the Kloppzone practice Champions League draw. Stay in as well, because after we've done the Kloppzone Champions League practice draw, we're also going to do our all-time Champions League 11 if we've got the time. I know, G, I should have to bounce as well. We do both have to bounce, but I might be able to stay on a little bit longer than G. So we might bring you a little bit of the live draw too. But it's practice draw time. G, what I'm
cool. Don't worry about it, man. I haven't seen them in a little while. I'm when I'm like every stream, because I'm right by the garden door and stuff like that. They always come through everything.
Do you know what a bad one would be? Forfeit.
Go on.
Like going to one of them aquatic centres and getting a tarantula on
our
hand.
Nope. I'd rather give you £1 million.
Bro, I couldn't do something like. I've always said, if I was a celebrity, I could not go on I'm a Celebrity, get me nah.
Nope.
You could offer me as much as you like. I just couldn't do it.
You would have to pay me for the rest of my life to live a life that I want to live for me to consider it. And you don't even know how much that might cost. So there's no point.
Walk across Lego. That is a horrible feeling.
That is
a goddamn horrible feeling, Oscar. God damn it. Oh my. That is a hot.
Plugs. Why would you want to walk across Lego?
Plugs. Have you ever stood on an upside down plug? Yeah. Oh my. Stubbing my toe on the edge. Oh, these things. No. Let's do it though. What I'm going to do, G, I'm going to pull up the draw, add it to the stream now. What I want you to do, we'll let the followers choose some balls as well. So I'll choose a ball, you choose a ball, and then a follower can choose a ball. So in the comments, let us know which ball you'd like to choose. Because what we're going to do, I'll explain it to you. Let me get it up now on the screen. Solo layout.
Jesus
what we're going to do, in fact, let's do it like this. I like that. Let's do it like that. What we're going to do, right? We've got the Champions League draw from Kloppzone, mock draw going live. Now, we've got all the teams set up. They're all ready in the right pots. Now, all we need to do is we go and we will select a ball. So let me use the mouse. See the balls lighting up? Woo, shiny. So we'll select a ball. That's ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when it's your turn to pick, let us know a ball. So G will pick someone out the comments on the third time every time, and you'll pick a ball and it will drop them into the pot. So G, while you are the amazing VIP co-host, we will let you draw the champion. I need some music. G, we need to introduce it properly. We can't just go straight into the draw. We just can't do it. So here we go. It's live. The Kloppzone Champions League draw 22-23. And here we are. I'm your host, Ashley Wilding. It sounds weird when I say my full name.
I was going to say, and I don't think I hear you say it much.
It's so weird. I'm the host, Ash Wilding, with my main man, the VIP G. Keeping it, G. We're going to get straight underway today. G is going to draw the first ball from the pot. G, which ball would you like to select?
Could I please have ball number 4?
Ball number 4. Manchester City, all the way from England. Manchester City make Group A. I'm going to go with ball number 7. Real Madrid, last year's champions, make it into Group B, not P, the Galacticos. G, who's in the comments? Let us know who it is as well, and we will choose a ball number.
Cameron picks ball 2.
Cameron picks ball number 2. Frankfurt. Now, that's interesting. Frankfurt have gone into pot number E. Group E for Frankfurt. G, pick a ball.
1.
By the way, Frankfurt, last year's Europa League.
I knew he was going to do that. You know when they give you like the history behind like each team and...
Gotta do it proper in the build.
Yeah, no.
Gotta do it proper, G.
You start hearing history, you're like, oh, they won the Champions League? I didn't even know that. Like, you know, them weird ones.
Ball number 1 from G is Paris Saint-Germain. That's a big one. Last season's, did they win the league? Yeah, they won the league last season, didn't they? In League 1.
Yeah,
they won the league. I'm going to go with ball number 3. Bayern Munich. The German Giants just signed Sadio Mane from Liverpool this season, looking strong, but they also lost their talismanic striker, Robert Lewandowski, to Barcelona. Who's in the comments, G? What ball number would they like?
Go on. From's picked ball 3.
Who's picked 3?
From's.
FRMZ picked ball number 3, Porto. All the way from Portugal, Porto. G to pick
former Champions League winners, Ash.
Former Champions League winners, Porto, under Jose Mourinho. How could we forget the touchline antics? Unbelievable, featuring Deco, Paulo Ferreira, and many, many more. Carvalho, just a few to speak of. G, you to pick the next ball.
Let's go first one.
First ball. Ajax.
Oh, they do it like that. So they just put all of pot 1 and it'll be all of pot 2.
Yeah, it must be all of pot 2, then pot 3, then pot 4.
Yeah.
So we have Ajax in Group G, known for their amazing academies, bringing out superstars such as Johan Cruyff, Ruud Gullit, Edgar Davids, and much, much more. Absolute giants of the competition. Up next, last but not least, into Group H, go
Milano.
AC Milan, the second highest winning Champions League team in history. AC Milan. That concludes pot.
How many have they got?
What's that?
How many have they got?
I think they got 7.
Oh, one more. Okay.
We could have equaled that.
Mm.
Mother beep, beep. Sorry, we're live. We can't say words like that because we're live right now on BT Sports. Group A was Man City. Group B, Real Madrid, Paris. Group C, Bayern. D, Frankfurt, Porto, Ajax, Milan. That concludes pot number 1. Let's move on to pot 2. Gee, who's in the comments? Who would like to go first?
Reports Anfield says ball 6.
Ball number 6. I had to count that on my fingers. They cannot be picked. Oh, so I like this. I like this.
Okay,
so
you
it's
can
Chelsea, but Chelsea cannot go into Group A. So we have to pick another ball. So please, Anfield Reports, pick another number quickly because we need to choose what group they're going to be in. Do we have another number from Anfield Reports?
6.
Number 6 again. Ajax face Chelsea in Group G. That's a juicy little tie. Nice little tie. Chelsea, obviously 2-time Champions League winners under Di Matteo and Thomas Tuchel. Let's move on to G, picking the next ball.
Ball number 1.
Ball number 1. Again, we've got Atletico Madrid, but they cannot go into pot B, so we need to pick a second ball to determine the group. What is your second number, G? Everyone in the comments now, please put 2 numbers because it's going to happen all the time. So
yeah, because of the thing. 2.
They face Porto. That's nice for Diego Simeone's men. So close. Always the bridesmaids, never the brides. Reportedly most historic against Real Madrid back in the day, but Sergio Ramos came to haunt them alive. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to go ball number 4. Ball number 4 is RB Leipzig. I'm going to go with pot number 2. Oh, Leipzig face Real Madrid. That should be an interesting tie. Not much to say about Leipzig because they have no history, but they're sponsored by Red Bull.
Imagine if they really said that on the bloody street. That would be deep.
Oh, their most notable part of history was frauding Liverpool for 50+ million pounds for an injury-prone number 8 called Naby Keita. Up next,
that is not very nice.
Whose turn is it, G? Is it the?
I'm the rude one. Everyone says you hear him. You hear him.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Bogdan picks ball number 4.
Boggy. Ball number 4 for Boggy. What's the number? 1, 2, or 3, Boggy? He's left the building. We'll
say number. And let's see. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Go number 2.
Number 2. Sevilla play Manchester City. Don't forget, Liverpool are in pot 2. Sevilla, notoriously known for being the most decorated Europa League side. Can they go one step further this season and sweep up the big European prize? Let's see against Man City. Tough ask. Let's go to the next ball. G to pick next.
3.
Ball number 3. It's Barcelona.
2.
That was quick. Barcelona face Eintracht.
I was hoping I could put them in like a tough group if I said it.
Yeah, in Group E, Barcelona are in there. Barcelona, also European royalty. Not as much anymore since they lost their big 3, Lionel Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta. But still, this year could be their season. Let's move on to the next ball. Number 2, number 1. Group C, Tottenham face PSG. Tottenham. Being in the Champions League, I think 4 times, reached the final once under Mauricio Pochettino. Can they go one step further this season under Antonio Conte? Someone from the comments, please, G.
1.
Number 1.
There's
And
only
1. Oh, the group of death. So far, we've got Bayern versus Juventus. Juventus, the most major side never to win the Champions League. Likably with Buffon, Nedved, Del Piero, and the likes, this may be their year this year with Paul Pogba back in the side. Last ball in the pot is this ball. It's Liverpool facing again AC Milan. Liverpool, the most decorated English side in history. 6 times you'll hear sang from the cup year in, year out. Let's hope they can make it 7, but they have lost their Champions League.
Bear with me 1 second, my friend.
Divock Origi. G is gone. G has disappeared. We've got 72 comments. That's unbelievable flying in. We're just having a little pause while we go into Group 3, but let me read out so far the Champions League draw for Kloppzone Mock Champions League. So far, we have Group A, Manchester City, Sevilla. Group B, Real Madrid, Leipzig. Group C, Paris and Tottenham. Group D, Bayern Munich, Juventus. Group E, Frankfurt and Barcelona. Group F, Porto face Atletico Madrid. Group G, Ajax versus Chelsea. And Group H, AC Milan face our very own Liverpool, 6 times winners of the Champions League. G, have you returned? Are we ready to go into pot number 3?
Paul Donnelly said, the next thing we know, he's going to call football soccer because of your accent.
Let's get on to the next ball, or should I say sphere? Next sphere, who we got? G, choose someone from the comments and let's get it underway.
4 and 2.
4 and 2. Ball number 4, pot number 2. Inter Milan have gone into Group E with Barcelona and Eintracht Frankfurt. Inter Milan, notably, the last time they won under Jose Mourinho, one of the most dominant managers in the competition's history, with the talismanic striker of the time, Diego Militao. It was Milito. Diego Milito. And Samuel Eto'o as well.
Wesley Sneijder, Esteban Cambiasso.
That was that team.
Ooh.
Lucio. Was Lucio in the team then?
I want to say yes. I want to say this is before he went to Bayern Munich.
That's a hell of a team.
Yeah, it is. When I come to think of it. I mean, they went away to Barcelona and got a result. That was pretty good.
Let's move on with the draw. G, it is your turn to pick the next ball from pot 3. Ball number 1, group number 3. Benfica. Oh, Benfica.
They're getting an easy draw again.
Every season, Manchester City have paid the internet.
I'm getting mad at simulation.
This competition. Benfica, the beast of the Portugal League. I don't think Benfica have they ever not made the Champions League? That would be an interesting one to find out. Benfica lost their talismanic striker this season to Liverpool, Darwin Núñez. Will they miss him, or will they do a miracle and get out of that group? Let's choose ball number 3, and let's go pot 3. We've got Dortmund facing Porto and Atletico Madrid in Group F. Tough group, G. Very tough group.
It's like an even group. It's like a proper even group. So, yeah, that looks pretty tricky. I can't lie.
Dortmund getting close to the Champions League on multiple occasions. The most notable when Robert Lewandowski scored 4 goals in a game past the Galacticos Real Madrid. Who we choosing for the next ball, G, from the comments?
4 and 2.
Ball number 4, number 2. Sporting Lisbon in with RB Leipzig and the Galacticos Real Madrid. This looks like it could be Real's year again, G.
Looking at that easy group, I don't know why I'm getting so mad at a simulation,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm fully invested in this simulation.
but yeah, I'm looking at Man City draw, thinking for flip's sake, every flipping year.
Every season.
Some tricky groups though, tricky groups.
G, it's your turn to pick the next ball.
3
Ball
and 1.
number 3 and number 1. Salzburg did a number on Liverpool. They've met them again. Can they replicate their preseason form and take it into the Champions League? Milan, Liverpool, and Salzburg make up Group H. I'm going to go ball number 2, number 1. Leverkusen in Chelsea's group with Ajax. That's a tricky little group. Leverkusen, very decent little team, notably Florian Wirtz, if I'm correct, at Leverkusen. Very good player. G, pick
Kai
somebody.
Havertz returning to his old stomping ground.
Old stomping ground. That could be an interesting one. A team that Chelsea like to do business with. G, pick somebody from the comments. Ball 1 or 2.
1 and 2, to be honest. Oh, 1 and 1.
1 and 1. Picked by whom, by the way?
They've not done it that way because, yeah, they've not done it properly. So they've just picked 1 and then said 1 again later on. But we had Bogdan, Latif.
That's fine. Bogdan and Latif, appreciate that. Napoli are in Spurs group and Paris Saint-Germain. That's a good little group. Napoli, obviously the thorn in Liverpool side. Will they be a thorn in another English team side this season? We will find out. Let's go to the last team, Shakhtar, who are going to feature in Group D with Juventus and Bayern Munich, which leads us on to the final pot of the Champions League draw. Let's get it underway. It is G to pick first.
1 and 1.
1 and 1. Club Brugge finish off Group D. Group D now is Bayern Munich, Juventus, Shakhtar, and Club Brugge. I don't know any history on any of the teams in pot 4, so don't expect anything from me. I'm going to go on to ball number 3, pot number 1, Copenhagen. They've finished Group G with Ajax, Chelsea, Leverkusen, and Copenhagen. G, choose somebody from the comments.
Ellis, 2 and 4.
Ellis, ball 2. Number 4, Dinamo Zagreb facing Porto, Atletico Madrid, Dortmund, Dinamo Zagreb. Finish off Group H. G, you to choose.
2 and 1.
Ball 2, Marseille and 1 facing Liverpool in Group H. Milan, Liverpool, Salzburg, and Marseille. Tricky group for Liverpool, but I think we should come out of that one. Let's go ball 3, pot 4. Rangers in with Real Madrid, Leipzig, Sporting CP, and Rangers. They finished Group B. There are 3 balls left. G, choose. Everybody from the comments can finish this one off. So let's go all the way to the comments to finish off the draw. We've got Celtic, Plzen, and Maccabi Haifa left. What groups will they end up in? G, let someone choose a ball.
Bogdan's put 3 and 4. Well, we got it wrong. So let's say 3 and 2.
We'll go 3-2. Plzen, Man City again, walking through the group stage. Man City, Sevilla, Benfica, and Plzen. Wow. G, someone from the comments.
2, 1.
2 and 1. Maccabi Haifa finish off Paris, Tottenham, Napoli, Maccabi Haifa finish off Group C, which means probably one of the most intense groups is Group E, where Celtic end up against Frankfurt, Barcelona, Internazionale, and Celtic. And that concludes today's Kloppzone mock. By the way, everybody listening is Kloppzone's mock. Please do not go on social media and tell
you can imagine
that Liverpool are facing Milan, Salzburg, and Marseille, because this is a practice draw. It was just a bit of fun. But gee, would you be happy if that is what happens in today's draw? Liverpool get Milan, Salzburg, and Marseille.
No, because I think that's too easy, and I don't want that easy, to be honest with you. But it is a very easy draw. I think we should top that group with no real problems.
With ease.
Oh, you got one of those chats in there. I was trying to delete it.
What
The love chat. Love chat.
No,
love chat.
get out of here, love chat. Block that one. No bots allowed. This is a no bot zone.
If you had to pick now that we've got the mock, if this was the actual group, who are your winners now?
Winners now. Let me look. Man City in it. Man City but they could face Real Madrid if it goes that way. The two winners. So, they could end up facing Real Madrid if Real Madrid finish second, but they're not going to finish second in that group.
Yeah.
So,
they probably get RB Leipzig or something like that.
Who else? PSG. No, that's not that easy, really. Tottenham and Napoli. Who would you go with?
PSG is a bit of a tough one. Who did I say before? City and PSG. I think I'd have to go City,
Chelsea have a nice little group.
Where's Ajax,
Leverkusen.
I always look at that group like it's not even, but I could see them slipping up against both Leverkusen and Ajax away. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Interesting one. Let's know what people in the comments are saying before we talk about it a little bit more. City again. Easy one. Easy one. City paid you guys, didn't they? Paul, look, I wish they did. I wish they would, because
it'd be nice
laughing right now.
Exactly.
We'd be giving you a more production value if they had right now.
We'd be at the draw. You know what I mean?
Cammy, we love you, bro. We've not even done that today, have we, G? We've just got on with it. Do you know what?
We don't care about that stuff. We care about you guys and you guys.
That's it. We're just here for the show. But it would be lovely if you just hit a like on the way in, on the way out, whatever you want to do, either or, it doesn't matter. Because this show's for you. If you don't, doesn't make a biggie. We're still going to do the shows. Is what it is till it isn't. G, group of death. Which one do you think is the group of death out of all those groups?
Tottenham's group.
There's
three teams. Yeah, there's three teams that you think any three of those could go. Liverpool.
I think the hardest group to predict is Group F. That could go anyway. Porto, Atletico, Dortmund, Zagreb.
Yes, you're right. To be fair,
anyone could come out of that group. But if that's the draw, you could pretty much predict the round of 16, innit?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like Bayern, Bayern got that. Although, do they though? Do they? Would Bayern go away to Turin and win?
We don't
it's
know.
It's more difficult than I thought, when I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm literally trying to look through all the teams and I'm thinking, I don't know. Someone saying, Latif saying Group E and F.
E and F saying Latif. Maybe the groups of death. And who is your guys' fan page? Kloppzone. That's what we're on Kloppzone now. Oh, KZ fan page. That's what he's trying to say. Trying to plug himself, Azan, He's trying to put shameless from Azan. Trying to plug himself. But guys, if you want to, go and give Azan a little follow. KZ fan page. Because he's in every show. He's bigging us up apart from when he's calling us names. But we still love you, Azan. We still love you.
Bogdan, actually speaking for himself.
Fight. City drop off before the semis, says Bogdan. I don't know. I think they're gonna go all the way this year. I think they're strong enough. Like Pep has done it before. Let's not forget he has done it before.
Yeah.
If we think about it, they've been so unlucky. Last season, the season when the season before, just so unlucky every time. Just one game, like slip up, tactics.
And I think he's probably learned from his lesson in that
Yeah.
kind of regards, where before, I don't want to say he's naive because he's a serial winner. So he's not
Yeah.
naive. But what I think has shocked him a little bit is Champions League is heritage. If you don't possess any, it's very difficult for you to win that kind of competition. And when I say heritage, obviously we're all Liverpool fans, so we kind of know what that means anyway. But there's just something about the Champions League that it just draws certain teams to it. Real Madrid, for like, come on, how many games? Chelsea, Chelsea, then Manchester City. I think they played PSG, Liverpool. Like they should have lost probably every single game en route to the final
Yeah.
anyway. But some reason they got to the final. Why? It's like something in their like heritage puts something in their heritage puts them in that
Marigolds.
kind of no, it's the fizzy drink by accident. Something in their heritage, man. I think that's just what it is. And City don't have any of it. So I believe like when it comes to certain Champions League nights, fans know what it means. Fans will behave in a different fans on a semi-final Champions League second leg at Anfield do not act like they're going to act this weekend against Bournemouth. No way.
Yeah.
They're not going to be the same kind of, oomph to it. And I think it plays into everything, man. It plays into everything.
It
So
really does. It's crazy what a part fans play as well in
yeah,
football
yeah.
because we play a part off the field. We play a part when they're on the field. Like fans are crucial. If you've not got the right fan base, that's like having one less man. Like it is, like it's an extra man. They always say the 12th man, and it really is. Gee, we've got a little bit of time, so for the next, we might as well go to 2 hours. We're on 1 hour and 50 minutes on the stream, but we'll not cut it too short. But let's go into our all-time Champions League 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going on to this nonsense old school 4-4-2. I'm sticking 4-3-3 as the Champions League formation. It has to be. Because when you think of the best teams, 4-3-3. I can't think of, aside from, and I don't want to say the name because we hate them, aside from that team who
Mm-hmm.
got those 2 goals late on in 1999,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know another Champions League team who's been as dominant with a 4-4-2.
Nah. Nah. I don't even think. Nah.
No.
I
Even
was
the
trying to think.
AC Milan teams played a diamond at times.
Yeah, and it was more
Chelsea played a
4-5-1 with
diamond.
them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
anyway.
So let's start. Everyone in the comments needs to get it. We're doing this so you can get involved. This is why we're doing it. So get involved in the comments. I'm going to type it up. All time UCL 11, not European Cup. We'll not go that far back. Champions League. Champions League 11. Let's start with goalkeeper.
Who do you pick?
Casillas.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna go Casillas. Casillas made his debut for like Real Madrid. I think 16, 17. Like I remember watching him as like an 18-year-old in the Champions League as a goalkeeper for Real Madrid, and it was like, nah, he's actually really really good. So I'm gonna say Casillas. Quite a few votes for Casillas.
Yeah, I've just put in, like, I'll put the next one in the chats as well. So I'll put the next one in when we're doing the one we're on. So
Okay.
the next one's right back. So make sure we do right back. So we've got Buffon saying Oscar, Casillas, James, Casillas saying Paul Donnelly. It's got to be Casillas, isn't it? It has to be.
How's the Instagram?
Casillas. I don't know why. James, look, James, right?
Wait, I said right backs.
Read that for me, right back. James, what position does he play? Look, we love our followers, but if you can't get the basics right, then get out. James, get out if you can't get the basics right. We're on to right backs. So drop your right backs in. While you're dropping your right backs in, I'm going to type a ticker. We're going to put a ticker at the bottom. So it's all time, and I'll keep updating it. All time UCL 11, and we'll keep updating it. We've got goalkeeper so far as Casillas. G, who's your right back?
Danny Alves.
Oh, you know
I think
what?
he's won like the
Do you think
most
people
trophies.
forget about Alves? He's the person that's won it the most. He is the
Yeah,
person that's won it the most. Do you think
yeah.
people forget about him?
No, I feel like they. I mean, if they do, they're stupid because he is like
You
a
stupid
really
boy.
yeah, like he's one of the best right backs ever to play the game. So yeah, I would think that he'd be up there. He'd be up there. I can see the other names that the people are putting
Yeah. Do you
in
know
that.
what though?
Oh,
There's only one
sugar
other
plum.
name, isn't there? There's only one other name. Cafu,
But
Alves,
there's another name
Alves.
that you'll see in a second.
Then we've got my bad. Yes, your bad. How dare you? Then we've got Cafu, Al. Oh.
Yeah, that's the name I was looking at. I was like, wow, I forgot about him.
Ooh, Philip Lam.
I liked him. I
I
liked
did.
him a lot.
I really liked him. Didn't
Yeah.
he come into central midfield as well towards the back end?
Bro, he
His
played
career.
World Cup for Germany at left back. He played right back for Bayern, then central. Like he is what I would call a complete defender. Well,
Yeah.
you know, just a complete player. I can't even say defender. But I'll go Danny Alves. I'll go Danny Alves.
Zanetti's a shout though as well. Zanetti is a big shout. Don't forget anyone that's just joined. Here live on YouTube, we are picking our all-time Champions League 11. Next up is centre backs. We're just on right back right now. So next up is centre
Who do you
backs.
pick? Who do you pick for?
I'm coming.
Oh, sorry.
I'm coming with it. Cafu. It's Cafu just because Cafu's just the guy. Everybody says, do you know what I mean? Like Cafu's won the trophies as well. So it's not just like you're just saying he's the best ever. Cafu's won the trophies, but everyone always says the next Cafu is the next
Yeah.
Cafu. Nobody says he's the next Danny Alves. I know Danny Alves is playing, but nobody says it's going to be Danny Alves. It's always the next Cafu. So
So
for
do you
me,
think then he's underrated then?
who Danny Alves?
Yeah.
100%. It has to be underrated, isn't it? Because it just has to be.
Yeah, no, it's true. Because
Because
if I'm just going by your premise.
He's won the most. He is top class. I think Cafu gets a nod just because he's probably in one of the greatest. But Danny Alves was in one of the greatest teams, probably the greatest team in Champions League history.
Yeah, the greatest. Best team to ever win the Champions League, Barcelona.
Should we see what everyone's going with? We're going to have to go to because we've split. We've got a split decision. So let's see what everyone's saying.
Guys, in the comments, right back.
In the
Stop
comments,
telling us your bloody centre backs. I don't care about them. Show me your right back.
It's my fault. I put centre backs in there. It's my fault.
Yeah,
Cafu 1, Alves 1-1, 2-1, Alves 3-1, Alves 3-2, 3-3 Cafu 4-3 Alves, Cafu 4-4, Alves or Carvajal
Nah.
5-4.
Yeah.
5-5. Come on. Last one.
Next
Whoever
vote wins.
says it, last one. Cafu or Alves? No. Ellis, stop it. There's always one, isn't there? There's always one. Cafu or Alves? We need your vote. And then put your centre-backs in. I need both your centre-backs as well when you're doing it. There
Alves.
we go. Danny Alves makes the all-time team. So, centre-backs. G, talk to me.
I'm picking 1 or 2.
2, but we'll do both. We'll do both centre-backs. Who are your 2 centre-backs?
Ramos.
Sergio Ramos.
PK. Oh, no. PK.
Ramos, PK. No. PK.
Who you got?
How can you argue? But
there's a reason why I didn't put the name that quite a few people have put there.
Yeah, because I think you're gonna put him somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
But I can't put him somewhere else because there's someone else who I've got to put there.
No, who you put else again?
You'll see. You'll know. You'll know. Ramos, Maldini, people say. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm saying before we do that. Has to be Ramos. Has to be.
Ramos is a definite dead set.
But shout outs to players like you said, PK, Puyol, Nesta,
yeah.
Thuram.
So
many big, like, even when you look at like Rio, what Rio's done and players like that. But Ramos and Puyol for me. No. Because I can't, because I'm not putting him at left back. It's got to be Maldini.
I think we've got a hint as to who he wants in there.
Ramos and Maldini. Woo, that's a bad boy centre-back pairing, by the way. Ramos and Maldini for me. Let's look what everybody else is saying. Maldini and Puyol, says James, can't argue with that. Ramos, Maldini, says Ellis, can't argue with that. Ramos, Maldini again. Ramos, Maldini, or Puyol. Puyol, Maldini. Ramos, Puyol, Ramos, Maldini. I think Ramos is definitely.
I think Ramos, Puyol is the general consensus here. I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to put him left back.
No,
you can't leave him out. You can't leave him out at all. So he has to go left back. Who you got left back actually? I really want to know.
Roberto Carlos.
I would sacrifice him for Paolo Maldini.
So you would rather have Puyol in your team than Roberto Carlos?
That's not the.
That is the debate because it is because Maldini goes in. Maldini goes in there, right?
Maldini. Okay, let's switch it to Maldini and Sergio Ramos have to be in this team.
So they're centre backs. If they're centre backs, it's a choice now between Carlos, Roberto Carlos, and Carlos Puyol. I'm taking Roberto Carlos.
You're taking Puyol. I don't want Puyol on my team. I said PK and Ramos.
Oh, you said PK's not even in the conversation. So everyone's saying Puyol's in the conversation for everyone. So,
okay, we'll go then Ramos and Maldini then.
Yes, people. I like it. Pepe was a bad man, says Latif. Pepe was a bad man. Like Pepe, he chopped some trees down. That's what Pepe did. Class player as well, isn't it? Class player, Pepe. Let me update this in the comments. While I'm doing that, I'm going to update. We're going to.
That's what I'm saying.
In fact, let's go to left back because we need to talk about people haven't had the chance to talk about left back. So give me some left backs before we make the decision. But I'm sorry, Maldini's in there. Maldini, Ramos. Everyone's got Maldini. It's either Maldini, Puyol, or Ramos, Maldini. I think Maldini's got to be in there. So we'll put him in. Tell me what you're saying. Who would your left back have been, G?
Well, if it wasn't after Maldini, I'll probably go Marcelo.
Remember,
this is Champions League, not overall ability like throughout their entire career, La Liga. Pure Champions League. Marcelo is better than Roberto Carlos. He's won more trophies. Not to say that's the only measure that we should choose from.
We can't say Marcelo's better than Carlos. Would you say he's a better player? Would you even rate? Do you rate Marcelo actually as a player? Because I'm not sold on him, to be honest. I think he's a good player, but I wouldn't say he's not in like any of my all-time teams for anything.
I have Ashley Cole ahead of him in my overall rankings. Yeah. Ashley Cole was a bad man.
Ashley Cole's probably like third. He'd be third on my list. Maybe. I'm trying to think what other left backs you could even mention.
There was only going to be Marcelo, Roberto Carlos, Ashley Cole,
Maldini.
Ashley Cole's not really even. I couldn't even put him in a Champions League conversation. Oh no, did he win it with Chelsea?
Yeah.
Okay, then I could put him in a conversation.
Do you think? Was Ashley Cole there then? Yeah, it must. No. Because it was. He was playing Bertrand. Bertrand was playing.
Yes, Bertrand played in that final. Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing. Left back.
He's only 41, you know.
Who is?
Ashley Cole. He's only 41.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he retire early then?
He retired in 2019 for Derby.
Carlos has got in there for me. I think. Let's see what people are saying though. Loads of people: Cole and Marcelo, Roberto, Carlos, Maldini, Aldair. Military is better than them both. Have enough. Shush. Cole or Marcelo, Davis.
No.
Alex Frank, are you trolling, please? You must be trolling. Serginho, no. Ashley Cole, yes. Marcelo, better than Liverpool team. Shush you. I'm going to block him in a minute. I'm blocking you. Firmino's or FRMZ, whatever you want to be called. You're getting blocked in a minute. Roberto Carlos, Dennis Irwin. Get shout out to Irwin. We've got to give Irwin a little shout out, even though we don't like talking about United players. Carlos is in for me. Are we going defensive midfield? Do we need that dog? Do we need that? Why do I keep doing these little?
I wouldn't. No, I'll just have like 3 central midfielders.
So let's go. Our 3 central midfielders. Let's get them in. The team so far is Casillas, Alves, Ramos, Maldini, and Carlos. That's a team. Whoa! Imagine coming up against that team. 3 central midfielders. We can go attacking whatever you want. Just the 3 best central midfielders. Let me type.
He was playing in that game. He did play the Champions League final.
Cole.
Yeah.
Do you know what he did?
He left mid.
Bertrand played right back. I think Bertrand played on the right. Do you know what? You tell me your centre mids. I'll pull this up. I'll have a look.
Centre mids. The 2 who go in 100% without any level of debate is Xavi and Iniesta. As in, I'm not even going to debate with anybody about that. They have to be it. It's just really about the one.
Does Iniesta play on the left, though? Do you have Iniesta as a left winger? See?
Nah, because I was going to put Bale there.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice.
Remember, we got to be specific with what we're doing. Yeah. It's Champions League team, not the team of the century and all that. Forget what they've done. What have they done in the Champions League to warrant being in a UCL at 11? So I think Xavi and Iniesta. I would have Xavi, Iniesta, Gerrard.
That's a bad boy team, innit?
I'm going to run through
the comments in a minute because there's going to be so many more people. But I want to give you a little challenge, G, before we move on, right? I've got the team up, okay? Chelsea versus Bayern Munich when Chelsea won the first ever Champions League, 2012. 11 players that start, obviously. Yeah. See if you can give me... I'll be impressed if you could give me 6.
6 what?
Chelsea players that started.
Jesus Christ.
I think you can do it. You should be able to do it, actually, when you think about it. But there's some players you just wouldn't think.
I just want to remember. Okay, cool. Is this including subs or just anyone who played in that
11?
Game?
Starting 11.
Oh, start. That's even harder. Bertrand.
Yeah.
Ashley Cole.
Yes.
Drogba.
Yes.
I want to say this name, but I don't know if he played in this game. Peter Cech.
Yes. 2 more to get. You're missing an obvious one. Yeah, there's your obvious one. 5. 1 more, and you've done what I didn't think you could do.
Come on, G. You know the names, man.
It is tough because you just don't think of them in your head.
Yeah. Ivanovic.
Nope.
Oh, he wasn't there then. Okay.
It's tough, isn't it? See if is who do you say, Malouda?
Yeah.
No, see, it's so dumb. Go in the comments, see if anybody knows. Just go through the comments. I won't pin them up because then I'll lose where we're up to. But you have a scroll through, G. See if anybody's saying some players' names,
Terry.
and I'll see if they're in there.
Was Terry still there by then?
No, Terry wasn't in there.
That's what I was thinking. He wasn't still there.
Yeah, Terry wasn't in there. He came on, didn't he? He was there, but he wasn't playing. He came on with his kit, innit?
He was suspended. So who played fucking centre back then? Chelsea centre back.
Is anyone saying anything in the comments?
No, like I'm seeing bloody Essien and that, like bloody hell.
Wasn't in there. Do you know what I'm gonna do?
No. I don't want any hints.
No, I'm not gonna give you any hints.
Just one more name, man. There must be one player in there that I'm not thinking of. He said no Malouda. I said Frank Lampard. Was Iron Robin still there? No, he would have left ages ago. Frank Lampard took the corner.
This is what I'm gonna do, G.
Go on.
60 seconds.
Yeah, that's good. Balak. You can't hear me, can you? You put a timer on it, you can't bloody hear me. I'm saying Balak.
No Balak. I need to be added to the stream. I took myself out the stream, right? And I was like, no. I was like, why is he not listening? No. I'm going to have to stay in. So I'll stay in here, right? Let me give you a bit more time because let me give you the 46. That's about right. So, no Balak. Go.
David Luiz.
Yes.
Thank you, Bogdan.
Yes, Boggy.
All right, so name the team then. Name the team from that day.
Right, let me name the team. Let me stop this stupidness. Let me get that off the. It's mad, honestly. That's why I looked at it. I looked at it and I thought, ooh, interesting. So the team was. Do you want me to get it up? Actually, I'll get it up because I've got it on this. Can you see that, people? Let me just see if I can get it a bit closer. So the team was.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Petr Cech, Ashley Cole, Tim Cahill, David Luiz, Bossingwa, Mikel, Kalu, Mata, Lampard.
No, I'm sorry. Bayern Munich are shit. That team is so dead. Like, that has got to be one of the worst teams to ever win a champ. Bossingwa. That is the most ugliest team I think I've ever seen to win a Champions League.
How bad is that team? So
at least
bad.
we had a semi-decent team in 05, like Gerard, Alonso with the Gibril Cisse's, Harry Kewells and that. Nah, man. But no, that was a good little challenge. I like that.
We should do that. We need more challenges. We will do that. We'll come on. And what we'll do challenges for you guys as well in the comments. So you can come on and have some challenges, especially on Instagram.
Yeah, monobrow. I know. His brow was crazy.
Yes, Bossingwa's brow was a proper one. Xavi and Iniesta, people say we're back to central midfielders for our all-time team. Xavi and Iniesta, they've got to be in there, innit? Xavi and Iniesta have to be Champions League. But then you've got Luka Modric, who we've not spoke about. Busquets. I just think I don't know what that was. Busquets.
To be honest, the Barcelona 3 is the best 3 I've ever seen in a Champions League.
But Ronaldinho, G.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. Nah. You keep thinking about the players as overalls. You're not remembering them in the Champions League.
So we're picking a team. So basically, we're picking a team to go out and win.
No, you're picking a team that in the Champions League were good, not just overall. If it was overall, mate, Ronaldinho will be in there. Like, there'll be so many players in there.
Pirlo is a good shout.
Pirlo's a very good shout.
Very good shout. Do you know, like you said, Lam before? I was going to say Schweinsteiger, but he didn't really. He didn't do anything, did he? He
has to be one of the most boring players I think I've ever seen.
Rijkaard, Vieira, good players again, but Vieira cannot make a Champions League team.
Vieira could never make a Champions League team. No way.
Xavi, Vieira, Gerrard.
Nah.
Let me see.
Kaka's a good shout, though.
Kaka's a great shirt, but I'm not
Zidane's a very
putting
good
Kaka
shout.
ahead of mine. Would have been you can't not have Modric in there now. I don't think. I think mine would have to be. Look at what he's done. How many times he's won at Real Madrid? Like part of this team that went the three-peat or whatever it was. Like him, Xavi, Iniesta. Woo! But then you're leaving Zidane, Kaka out, Pirlo out. This guy, let me get him on. I've just gone off there. This guy is so slept on when it comes to Champions League. Clarence Seedorf. He is.
How many times did he win it? I feel like he won it with. He was the first guy to win it with like Ajax,
clubs.
Madrid.
He's won it with
AC
the most
Milan.
multiple clubs, I think.
Yeah.
I want to say 4, but I think it's 3.
My thing with him was always he was one of those players who he just happened to be in an era where there were better players.
Yeah.
So as great as he was, there were better players than him at that time. Every period of time that you thought about Seedorf, but Seedorf in isolation. Come on, man. You don't remember Seedorf with the dreads in that? Come on, man.
Woo! Seedorf with dreads is a different animal.
Edgar Davids and all of them lot, like.
Edgar Davids is one, right? Do you rate Edgar Davids? No. Or do you think he was just like, people like the shades? I know he was good, do you know what I mean? But I always wanted to play football with shades on just because of Edgar Davids.
You know what he was like? He was like a Gini Wijnaldum. They're not that good, but they're a part of a team that is winning and is quite successful. And they are relatively integral to that in itself. But they themselves in isolation, I don't really. They can't. So many players can't rub shoulders with the big boys. I promise you. If you start listing names, there's so many players that you would actually then start thinking he wasn't even that good then. Clearly, if I can name like 5 players ahead of him and that, but yeah, I like your one that you said. You said Modric, Xavi, Iniesta.
This one at the bottom, Xavi, Modric, Iniesta. You've got to Champions League royalty right there. That means we're moving on to. Should we go right wing, left wing? Which one?
Let me just think of a player. I'll know from there.
I think
let's put this way. Let's put.
Go on.
Ronaldo CR7 is guaranteed. So wherever you want to put
Messi's guaranteed as well. Like.
So we need one more other player.
So, who's that last player? So let's say Messi and Ronaldo are in. They have to be in. Who's your third attacker? You know what? It's good because Ronaldo could play left, Messi could play right if you want a striker. Ronaldo could play striker, Messi could play right if you want a left winger. Ronaldo could play left, Messi could play false 9 if you want a right winger. So it's open. Third
guys,
attacker.
let us know in the comments. Who do you guys want as your third attacker? It doesn't matter which position they play.
Talk a little bit though, G, about what Messi and Ronaldo have been doing. While we're waiting for some comments, like the levels, do you think we've just taken them for like granted? No.
Red Arena. I don't think we're taking them for granted. Yeah, big up Reds Arena, man. We appreciate this big time, man. I don't think we're taking them for granted, but what I do think is that we now measure everything via stats because of them. And the problem is no football player in history of this current crop of players, there's not one player who's ever going to match the numbers that these guys have been able to do. So it's such a difficult thing when we always look at, but how many goals he got? How many goals he got? How many goals he got? It's like, he got a fair amount. Remember, before Messi and Ronaldo, getting 25 goals a season was like, this guy is sick.
Yeah.
Like, we get gassed when we see like, oh man, Mo Salah hit more than 20 goals. And then I can see why some people are like, yeah, but come on, man. You know, that's like half of what Messi and Ronaldo, you know.
We were talking one season. Was it Messi that got 80 something?
95 goals.
Bro.
He broke the record for, I think, most goals ever in Europe in a season anyway, for a European
Who does that?
Like I said, Messi would go. There would be
He's an
nobody.
alien.
Yeah,
Like,
he's an
for
alien.
those of you that haven't listened, get over to
91.
Icon YouTube, Lords of the Mic. We talk about elite mindsets. Lionel Messi features within this, and we just say like he's an alien, he's a freak. I'll not tell you what G says he makes him do, but get over there and you'll find out. Get over there and you'll find out. In fact, that's the clip I need to send to G after this live. But what are people saying? What are people saying in the comments? Let's have a look. Let me save this in here.
James, we're gonna sack you from Kloppzone very fast.
Is James said something like Origi or something?
No, you read it, you'll see it.
We've got Del Piero, Henry, Etu. Del Piero can't because he ain't won it. No. Henry.
No.
G, right. It's a big statement. This.
The way he always like, G, right.
It's a big statement, this. But do you think I don't
think I know what you're gonna say.
But do you think Thierry Henry is a little bit overhyped and overrated?
When you compare him to other strikers, I know what you mean. I totally get what you mean. If you were to really rank him, okay, you know what? Name in your just history, just name 5 strikers that you think is better than Thierry Henry. In your opinion. Anytime. Okay.
R9, Wayne Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough, actually. R9, Wayne Rooney, Raul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. When you're on the spot like that, it's like, okay, I've got to think about these.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, mate.
I don't know, because if Premier League, I think he's the greatest. I think he's the greatest that's ever played in the Premier League. But then it's like, what's a striker? Is Messi a striker? Because
I look at Henry.
Out and out, you just play up front. That's your main position. He's got to be up there. But then there's
you know what it is?
Like people put like Inzaghi and Crespo, and
it's because at Arsenal, he was amazing.
Yeah.
But Arsenal were not amazing. They weren't a big club like that. They didn't win any European trophy. I don't even think they even got that close. On a European level, Arsenal was small fry. That's the issue. So when you think about it, you're like, yeah, in England, we call him the best, but Arsenal couldn't rub shoulders with none of the European heavyweights back then. In fact, they still haven't. So, they have never been able to do that. That's what I always think. Maybe you think in the back of your head is like, he didn't win anything with Arsenal apart from the Premier League stuff. But when it came to Europe, where it matters, he didn't win anything. You had to go to Barcelona to win that Champions League.
It's so true. Would you put like Van Nistelrooy above Henry? Like in terms of a world sense, I think we both agree Henry in terms of Premier League is probably the greatest Premier League player ever.
Yeah.
Or is there or thereabouts? If I'm being honest, I probably put Wayne Rooney in that greatest.
I think Wayne Rooney is definitely up there, like probably in my top something, but he's definitely up there. He's definitely up there.
You've got the
I'd have to sit down and think.
Zlatan is in who else?
Yeah.
It's hard because you've got newcomers as well. People might say Suarez because of what he did at Barca. It's a tough debate. Would you put Henry as one of the greatest, like in this era, strikers?
In this era, yeah.
I just think he's overrated. Was I stalling then?
Yeah, you're still stalling, to be fair.
My bad. Let's look who people have got in this number. Let's look who people have got in this position anyway. So we've got Raul. European-wise, I think Raul is overlooked.
No, we don't overlook him. Well, I don't overlook him.
Vieri.
Oh, Vieri. Yeah, he was a bad man.
Crespo.
Next, you're going to say Adriano in that.
Yes, Adriano. Adriano should have been the next R9.
Instead of chilling in the favelas.
The favelas.
In the favela.
It's whack. Don't James.
I told you.
Right, James.
What's the name?
Everyone, I've just blocked James.
By the way, we got to do this quickly because
You're on a
almost
stream time. It is stream time. Another stream time. But plug it, G. Quick, plug it.
I was actually talking about the Champions League draw, but yes, guys,
yes,
make sure the actual important thing. Make sure you guys are heading over to the Jerry James show at 5:30 p.m. and make sure you stay tuned here on Kloppzone for the live Champions League draw with Ash.
It's the champions. G, who are you picking then? Is that third forward?
I will have to go R9.
Champions League.
I'll go Raul. Okay, James said he can jump on with you for the draw.
Why would I want you on, James? Of course I'd have you on, James. Of course I will. I'll send you the link in a minute, you little bugger. Raul. I'm going with Divock Origi. I think. Hear me out, Ellis says.
I don't care what you got to say, Ellis.
That beauty of a man, and we won't have won it without the comeback, G.
Anyway,
Divock Origi. Oh, Divock Origi. On a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot look past Ronaldinho as a left winger. Can't. Ronnie gets in there. Ronaldinho, left winger.
I can definitely agree with that.
Messi, centre forward. No, Ronaldo, centre forward. Messi, right. Everyone vote then. Let's everyone vote. Choose between Raul and Ronaldinho. Raul and I can't say his name, G. Raul and Ronaldinho.
Ronnie?
You can all stay on this live and we'll go live for the draw as well. We were going to go off and come back on, but we'll just keep going. We'll keep going for the draw. The draw is now live, so we will keep you informed on the draw.
I'm going to head
to the Jerry James show. Let's just round up, G, before we finish, that team that we have just chosen. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to let you do it. While you're heading out, I'm going to let you right now round up the team, say your goodbyes, tell everybody where they can find you, and then you can head off and let JJ know that I may be jumping on his stream in a little bit, and I apologize, but the people want to see a live draw. It just is what it is till it isn't. So the all-time Champions League 11 goes like.
In goal, we have Casillas of Real Madrid. We have Dani Alves of Barcelona. We have a centre-back pairing of Paulo Maldini and Sergio Ramos. At left back, we have Brazilian. Same hair as me and Ash. Roberto Carlos. In the midfield trio, we have probably the most technical midfield you will find in world football. Modric, Iniesta, Xavi. Left wing. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. Left wing, we have got probably the most skillful player I have ever seen touch a football pitch. Ronaldinho.
Yes, we do.
Up front, we have probably the best goal scorer I have ever seen in the Champions League in Cristiano Ronaldo. And on the right, we have literally the best player to touch a football on planet Earth that I have ever seen. And then there won't be any better. There is none better. Coming in at 150 pounds. Old Argentinian Lionel Messi.
Yes, that's a great team, a great squad. G, it's been a pleasure. Do you know what? I need to I need to get a drink. I need to massage my bum cheeks for a second. So what I'm going to do, people, this has been a preview show. We're going to end this show. I'm going to end this, jump off, and then I'm going to come straight back on with a live watch-along for the Champions League draw. G, it's been an absolute pleasure, hasn't it? The people in the comments, all you've got to do, please, hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe. We'll be back in 5 minutes' time. So go get yourselves a drink. Come straight back. We'll give you the live Champions League draw with myself and Mr. James the Brain. But until next time, this has been Ash. This has been G, keeping it G. We love you. You'll never walk alone. Peace!